Request accepted, now let's take a little trip. Listen along as five nerds spit. E3 ComicCon, the forest of indoor. Talking about tech, sports, and so much more. We'll suplex your mind with our random topics. Pull up a chair and get your geek fix. No cheat code needed, just stay unseated. Pretty soon this epic quest will be completed. Our casts are full of passion and emotion. Pop the top on our 12-ounce mana potion. If I know one thing, I know it for sure. We'd love to have you join on our Aimless Adventure.
Hail, hello, hiya, and greetings. Welcome to the Aimless Adventure Podcast. It is November the 14th, and first on the top of the news, let's talk about real quick, we're going to go to Phoenix ComicCon Fan Fest.
Yeah.
We were approved for media passes for the Fan Fest.
Thank you.
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the Fan Fest is exactly. They've got some special guests, Karen Gillan. I knew her as Amy Pond, but apparently she was in Guardians of the Galaxy as well.
I want to say her name was like Nebula. Or
Nebula,
She plays Zamora's sister. What's your name? You're Zoe Saldana, her sister in the movie.
Right, okay. Graham McTavish from the Outlander series. He plays Dougal McKenzie. He's going to be there.
Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Sorbo was confirmed is going to be there.
Oh, Kevin Sorbo?
Yeah, Hercules, man. Hercules!
I said Zamora. I think her name's Gamora, right? ZG.
I can't remember.
Whatever. One of the few conservative actors left in Hollywood. Anyway, so we wanted to share that news. I'm sure there will be more to come about that. That is December the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
I believe so.
Aimless Adventures, invading everywhere, baby.
We were actually invited to a special media event Thursday, but there was no way any of us could have made it. So they were holding a special media event where we would be able to go and ask questions of the people who put it on, and they would tell us kind of more about what was going to go on at the Fan Fest. I've never heard of a Comic-Con Fan Fest.
Me either.
I found out about it. We went to the Zombie Walk that was put on by 98 KUPD a couple weekends back on Saturday. Don't mean to be rambling on here, but they had a booth there, and it was Fan Fest, and I kind of mistook it that it was the actual Phoenix ComicCon, and we got little buttons and all that kind of stuff, and I want to hit you guys up about it. Hey, are we going to this thing? I really know what it was. I was like, wow, Comic-Con in December. Well, that makes sense. It's cool, you know.
I'd heard of it. I'd known about it for a few months. I wasn't sure whether it was something we would be interested in because it's not the main Comic-Con, but it's being held at University of Phoenix Stadium.
Right.
After you brought it up, I figured we'd try to hit it up. So I created an account specifically for Aimless Adventure and requested media passes, and we got approved. So
that's Josh doing the work, folks.
Heck yeah.
To bring y'all some entertainment.
We'll see how it goes. I don't know. It doesn't guarantee us any special access to any of the celebrities or anything like that.
I was thinking about that, and I was kind of thinking about how at San Diego Comic-Con, they got the little walkway where they all go through, and all the reporters on one side. And I know it's not nearly an event on that kind of magnitude, but obviously media gets to be on that side, and celebrities kind of pick and choose who they're going to talk to or whatever. But I was kind of thinking with media passes, what's the point of having media passes if we don't have any extra access to let them come on our channel or anybody else's channel or whatever to promote whatever they're promoting,
Yeah, I mean, what I liked about doing the Game on Expo was we got to talk to local vendors, we got to talk to local cosplayers, we got to talk to groups of cosplayers and stuff. I thought that was neat. I'm all about Arizona. I'm all about highlighting local people and promoting their businesses and stuff for them. Without these mom and pop shops, I don't know that my childhood would have been as awesome. So,
Mama Pop Shops makes me think of JP's music. God, I miss that store.
Yeah. I miss Hastings in Sierra Vista. I used to love Hastings. I mean, Hastings is still in Sierra Vista, but I'm not. So
it's funny you talk about that because I actually had somebody at work yesterday asking me, hey, man, I know you're probably a little young for this, but do you remember a store called Sprouse Rights?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
What is it?
That's where Ace Hardware is.
Yeah, Sprouse Rights.
Exactly. Ace Hardware. It was just kind of back in the day, that whole plaza, AutoZone used to be Yellowfront.
Yeah, that was a cool
And Movie Connection used to be over there.
Ricardo's Pizza.
Sprouse Rights. All
Yeah.
that stuff.
What's cool to me, we'll get into the intro here in a second, but what's cool to me is that, I grew up in a military family, so we moved around. I don't know anybody that I knew when I was... How long have you known this motherfucker?
God. I'm pushing
28,
28, 30 years.
back in the day of budget apartments.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
standing
so
anymore.
you've known each other since you were 6, 7 years old at the very least,
Somewhere
right?
in there, yeah.
So, like, I don't know anybody from whenever I was 6, and Helen knows,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't. We were in the same spot and didn't know each other.
Yeah.
We were both at Fort Huachuca at the same time, just a couple of blocks from one another. It's weird.
Weird.
But yeah, being in a military family, like, it's one of those things where, like, until the last year or so here in Coolidge, I've never made like friends that I knew that I would have forever.
Moved around quite a bit. Or-
Oh yeah. I mean, I was, we moved every 2 years. I was born in Germany. We moved to Georgia, where my sister was born. We moved to Oklahoma. We moved to like 3 different stations in Oklahoma, and then we moved to Arizona. And then we moved from on base to off base. So like I never.
So do you have dual citizenship because you were born on a base, right?
No, I declined dual citizenship. But yeah, like I don't have those connections. I don't. It's neat for me to see people who go so far back and can talk about like all of these things and people and what was in town and all that stuff. It's cool. So
bet.
just wanted to say that's neat. I think
and
it's
we're
awesome.
still in Coolidge.
Yay.
And,
And I love being from Coolidge.
and it sounds like we'll be in Coolidge for a while because Amanda got a job offer. So
That's right.
What? Oh yeah.
we talked about this.
Yeah, I know. I told you your infection's coming, brother.
So, no problem. So, across the table from me, we have me, Hermano Rojo, which means my red brother, Ryan,
That's me.
the original Hulkamaniac,
Hodor.
the Hoov. We've got the matriarch of fun facts, Helen,
Hello.
and the bearded wonder himself, and he's drinking beer that's kind of cool today. It's not totally warm.
It's not intentional. It's just because the temperatures
Yeah,
have dropped.
temperatures lower.
Oh.
I'm telling you, like room temperature, ambient temperature is good.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
And then, of course, I'm Josh. So we're going to start our podcast like we do every week, or every other week, with our current adventures. You know what? Let's go to Who first, because he's the one guy that's not playing what everybody else is playing.
Yeah.
So
I don't have a PS4, folks.
Neither do I.
Well, you got like PC though, right?
Yeah.
So fuck you too.
Well said.
You know
Well
I
said.
love you. Seeing all the videos and stuff, excited. One of these days, I'll probably get a PS4 along the same time that I got a PS3 right before the PS5 comes out.
Right?
So whatever. I mean, I would never get. I'm one of those. I don't like getting rid of consoles.
Yeah.
We still have. I've got my FC Twin, the Viacom thing. It's got the plays 8-bit and 16-bit games. The GameCube, the N64, PS2, which doesn't work, but we like to keep our games.
let me ask you a question. How cheap does a PS4 have to be for you to be able to pick one up?
It's not that it has to be cheap. It's just right now it's just really hard.
$199.
Because
$80.
bills come and go, man. I mean,
No,
it's
I totally understand.
I think I'd have one right now, but we rented this one house. We were in that house for a good 4 or 5 years, and of course Benjamin was on the way, and then I think during her 8th month we got a letter. They decided they wanted to sell the house. Oh shit, where are we gonna go? And everything was legal on the up and up, and they had the right to do it. It is what it is. It's not always a matter of convenience for us, but we had to scramble, and we actually got the house directly across the street from us.
Nice.
Which was great. The move was awesome. My truck was just going whoop, whoop, just like that. But one of the things they didn't have a wash and dryer, so I'm buying a wash and dryer.
Right.
So, and I was really excited when I got my truck paid off. I was like, yeah, boy, here we go. It's time to splurge. And
No.
as life is, my dad always taught me, he's like, no matter when you think you're ahead, you're always going to have something to pay for.
Yeah, we feel your pain, let me tell you.
And John was actually a part of my last, like, oh, shit, I got to buy this now. I told you the truck wasn't working well. And my brother runs a scanner through it, and he says, well, I think it's your spark plugs, but it's probably your actuator. So went and bought a $60 piece, looked like a lightsaber handle, actually. Mm-hmm. Put it in. Jeremy put it in. Thank you, Jeremy, for doing that for me. I'm not trying to sound, oh, fuck, whatever. But honestly, what it boiled down to was what John said. Dude, it's your spark plugs. So I spent $60 on this actuator, and the truck still ran shitty. And then I forgot to buy the spark plugs from Napa. So I ended up having to go to Santan Valley Walmart to get them. Napa Auto Parts.
Just bit of advice: if your vehicle calls for iridium plugs, put iridium
You have
plugs
to.
in it.
Yep.
Put them in it. Pay the extra $6. You have to.
And they're usually good for 100,000 miles,
Yeah.
too, so...
So,
You
long
get your
story
money for it.
short, I paid upwards of $70 for this part. It eventually probably needed to be replaced, but didn't need to be replaced at that time. When I could have just paid $5 for 2 spark plugs at Walmart, and the problem would have been solved.
You
It's
mean-
things like that?
You
You
mean
mean
4
Napa.
spark plugs.
No, only took 2.
No, I don't... No. You have to replace them all.
Well, my brother's a mechanic. I'm not a smart guy. I have
It's like tires. You have to replace, 2 at a time. You have to replace them per
I'm
axle.
waiting for that to be the next bubble to burst. But I mean, as far as answering your question, it's just like, we're still taking care of everything from Benjamin, and we're not hurting, we're not struggling. My God, we're not at the soup kitchen, folks, anything like that. But and Christmas is coming up, and I got to put Cassandra and Jordan and Benjamin ahead of what I want.
That's what we've been
know,
doing, putting toys away.
Just,
So I mean, my time will come. It's not going to take me as long as it did to get a PS3, but it's coming. It's coming next year because Cassandra, what we used to do for the PS3, for what was the tradition, she would buy me one of the 2 games I wouldn't buy. Which the only 2 brand new games I'll buy every year are Madden and WWE. And I'm kind of really what fucked me up on this, man. Someone posted a video. PS3 WWE 2K16 side by side with PS4 WWE 2K16.
Night and day, huh?
It looks like butt.
And I watched that and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because they just showed the Undertaker's entrance alone, side by side. And plus the features they have, there's a career mode on the PS4 that you don't get with the PS3.
Yep.
And they give you like a NXT thing, which like me, I don't fuck around on wrestling games. I have it beat, and I have it beat fast.
And as much as that's kind of depressing for you, when you move up, you're going to hope that they don't split it. Because when a game is designed strictly for the current gen consoles, it is far superior than the ones where they have to dumb it down so that they can put it on the PS3 or whatever as well.
Well, we'll talk about Black
So
Friday.
money's not an issue. It's just I don't right now. Holidays, all that kind of stuff. Just plus we got our trip to California we're taking next year and stuff. And it's just like family first.
Yeah.
I'd love to have one. Love to have it now. That'd be great. And playing Madden on PS4, I got to play it at Steve's house, Callaway's. It was like watching the goddamn game.
It's awesome.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Like I was lost. Like I need to sit and practice with it because I'm not used to all the different nuances from the PS3. Like, just around the table, anytime that you upgraded a system and you play like a game that you played on a previous system, they always add something new when it's on a new system.
Yeah.
And there's always offensive plays that are a little bit easier to exploit the defense. Like last year, the year before, it was outplays. You could hit outplays almost every time. And outs aren't as easy this time, so you have to kind of figure out which plays are easier to fool the defense with or whatever.
And I'm curious to learn from you guys because I have a Fallout game. I have Fallout 3 on the PlayStation 3.
Uh-huh.
I enjoy everything but I can't
Bethesda.
I feel like
Bethesda.
Cindy Brady could
Bethesda.
say that. Okay. The B game, or the guy that starts with the B. Because I have, the last Elder Scrolls for the PS3.
Skyrim, which plays
Skyrim,
like
yes.
shit on the PS3, but yeah.
Well, it's fun. The dragons. I like to plug my headphones on my TV, just be strolling along. Woo! Oh, what the fuck? It scares the shit out of me, you know what I mean? The fucking dragons don't have enough arrows, you know what I mean? And Fallout 3 was really, really cool.
Fucking hell.
So that's my experience with Fallout. I've played one. I've played one Fallout game, Fallout 3.
We'll get to Fallout here in a minute.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, like, as we talk, maybe that'd be something I could, relate
Yeah,
to.
for sure.
What is the difference between when you played it on the last gen console to what you're experiencing now?
Yeah, we'll get to Fallout. But you watched a movie that may or may not have been produced by Happy Gilmore.
I'll tell you what.
Happy Productions or whatever.
I really enjoy some of the movies. Okay, we're talking about Pixels, folks. I was able to get it on Redbox. Ooh, it's on Redbox. I'm surprised this isn't gone. I figured this would be gone. There's a reason why it's available on every fucking Redbox you're going to go to. Because this movie's shit. And what really sucks for me...
What is it?
Growing up as
What-
an Adam Sandler...
What is it?
What's the movie?
Pixels.
No, but
No,
what is
but,
it?
No,
but
what
what
is
is it?
Huh?
What?
Shit.
Oh, okay. Just reiterating.
It's shit. I'll tell you, it doesn't even seem like Adam Sandler even fucking tries anymore.
No.
Like growing
Did
up,
you see Knights of Badassdom?
I never even
I
heard of
saw
that.
I saw
Fucking garbage.
that.
And it had Summer Glau in it. So disappointed.
And the Dinkles.
Yeah.
Peter fucking Dinklage, man.
Yeah.
This dude is like one of the top 5 best fucking actors. Like actor that you're gonna find anywhere.
I used to think that after I saw him playing Tyrion, but I don't think that anymore. Because you're saying he's bad in Pixels. He's fucking horrible in Destiny.
And what's worse about that? If he's bad in Pixels, and he's the best part in Pixels.
Wow.
That's how bad this fucking movie is. Think about this, folks. In the technology that we have in movie-going experience now, it's a very immersive experience. 3D's the shit.
Right.
Once was the gimmick, is now something that people will pay extra to go
It's
see
awesome,
because
isn't
they
it,
have to
Ryan?
experience
I wouldn't know.
So, here comes Pixels, a great idea. The plot of the movie is that years ago, the United States sent out a space capsule out there, shot it out there to, if there was intelligent life out there. In 1982, they shot it out. So here's what we're all about. Here's our pop culture and everything like that. And there were some pretty clever things they did with the pop culture asides in there, like Hall & Oates and shit like that. And Where's the Beef Lady? I don't think you see her, though. But
She played the lunch lady?
and then they sent out this thing of all the games that were popular in that era, right? So the first fucking thing I see, we're talking about like 1982. Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galaga, shit like that.
Cubert.
He's the best character in the fucking movie.
Is he really?
Yeah. And he doesn't even do that much. He's annoying. And he's taller than Peter Dinklage. So you're thinking, man, so these aliens, whatever, this other life form, which you never really understand what they were, who they are, where they're from. Like for me, being a sci-fi geek, like we can all just, just get buried in like Star Trek, any of the series.
Oh, yeah.
Because they flesh these other races out. The Klingons. I'd say the Klingons.
Klingons are one of my favorite parts of Star Wars.
Romulans, thank you. Even in Star Wars.
Hey, wait just a second.
Hold on, is that Murph?
Murph!
What up,
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, just a second. Let me turn this up. Talk again?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, did you find Danny Boy?
We did. He ended up running about 2 blocks down and about a couple blocks back and ran into an apartment building, and a lady got hold of him and called us up because he has his tags on, so his numbers, my number's on his tag, so she called us up and we went right over and got him.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Dirty little bastard.
Oh, that little bastard, man.
He's an asshole.
Because
He is
when
an
he
asshole.
runs, he just keeps running and he doesn't stop. So
Yeah. He's a dick.
yeah. No, I was all set. Amanda wanted to drive around in the car, but it's not like our community in Coolidge. I mean, there's small, narrow, one-way streets. It's really tight, a lot of traffic. You can't run after him the way I could here. I'm like, Amanda, we just got to wait for someone to find him or for animal control. And that's when we got the phone call.
Nice.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Happy endings are always good.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
at an original massage parlor.
And you can't afford a PS4, but you can go do that. All right.
No, I can't.
So glad you could join us. Just so you know, where we were just talking about the movie Pixels.
You get a chance to see that
okay.
piece of shit, Murph?
I can hear you guys, but I can't see anything. Do you have your camera on?
Just a sec.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk about Pixels.
So, yeah. Great idea. And first off, when did Paperboy come out?
88.
Paperboy.
The
Probably
arcade game came
86.
first, obviously, before
Somewhere in
the
there.
board.
No, Paperboy, I think was like 83 or 84.
Is that fucking old?
I think so, yeah.
Because he comes
yeah.
out as one of the fucking villains. Like, he's just a cameo or whatever. I'm like, Paperboy ain't that fucking old.
Can you see us now?
Didn't he?
Yes, oh
didn't
yeah,
he sing,
perfectly.
did he?
I see Ryan, I see my brother, I see Helen, I see John.
What up?
What's up, guys?
Awesome. Yeah, I bought a backup camera, so it's over here in the corner, so you can see everybody now. So
That's awesome. Cool.
yeah, I wanted to bring you more into the room.
I didn't even see that thing over there. That's
Yeah.
my first knowledge of it.
Yeah, backup camera. So
Right on.
All right.
You know what? It'd be worth us being in 3D more than the money they put on fucking pixels being fucking 3D.
Yeah, I mean, look at John's beard. You want to experience that in 3 dimensions.
All the colors in that.
So yeah, pixels, they don't flesh anything out. And I'll tell you who liked the movie. Guess who liked the movie?
Jordan.
Jordan loved
Oh,
it.
wow.
Jordan thought it was one of the funniest things he'd ever seen. He really enjoyed the whole thing. And what I was kind of disturbed by, you got Kevin James doing what Kevin James does, playing the bumbling fool.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the president in this movie.
he's the president.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, it's still the same old shit. Kevin James, same old shtick. And I remember when Adam Sandler used to like give a shit and do stuff in his movies. And I know the guy done some dramatic parts and all that. And he actually surprises me as a dramatic actor. He's not too bad, but yeah, not near what Robin Williams could do.
Yeah, Robert
Oh
Williams.
well, yeah. Whew.
And Jim Carrey was really good
Jim
in his
Carrey,
serious roles, too.
Oh, yeah, he would.
Yeah, Sandler's eons behind the two of those guys.
Yeah.
Well.
But it was just kind of like the same old crap. Like you honestly feel that Adam Sandler's just really sleeping through the fucking movie.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, are you gonna get excited at any point? Like, or is
Gibbity goo!
whatever the
His,
fuck you do. Dude,
his,
give me
his
something.
time is just over.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
Well, they're doing a western.
I know
This
the
group are doing a western.
they're-
And
he's-
they had a lot of. I think a lot of.
he's parodying the Hateful Eight before the Hateful Eight even comes out.
A lot of the crew members
Wow.
quit that movie
Yeah,
because
because
I guess
of how
some of the things
offensive
they
it
were doing
was.
were
not
anti-Semitic.
not a lot. No, not a lot
Several.
of people. No, the Indians that he had hired to be on the film.
Native Americans.
Native Americans, bro.
The Native Americans he hired to be on the film.
Are any humans native here? Okay, never mind.
They
Yeah.
were here before my pasty ass. So
Yeah, they
they're
came across.
native.
They came across the Bering Strait. They came from Eurasia
I
too.
prefer
God
first
damn it.
Americans, but hey,
Yeah, the Native Americans he hired to be on the film didn't like some of the jokes that he was telling, so they walked off the set.
Some of them were pretty fucking tasteless too, from what I was reading in the
It's
article.
Adam Sandler.
Right.
And getting Oscar
and
gold here,
both
folks.
both sides. Yeah,
That's like somebody getting upset working on South Park for like 15 years
Yeah.
because they finally made a joke about his
Yes.
liking.
And
that
I
just
understand
kinda
where
pisses
they
me
were
off.
coming from, but at the same time, this is a guy that did like The Goat and The Excited Southerner and shit like that. Back on his tapes. The skits
got
he
a
used to do.
3-foot
It's
fucking
one.
rope.
You had to expect some.
Know what you're getting into,
Yeah.
and I don't think Adam Sandler stuff is as racist as fucking. What's his name?
Seth MacFarlane?
Seth
Oh
MacFarlane.
God, no.
Seth MacFarlane is way
Way
above Adam
more
Sandler.
racist.
He's also funnier.
Yeah.
But with Seth MacFarlane, there's a lot of pulp culture references in his comics.
Yeah,
Mostly the
yeah.
80s.
And there's heart to it, and there's a point to it. I don't need to have a point to be entertained. That's fine. But if you're going to be in a multi-million-dollar big-budget flick like Pixels, that had a lot of promise, that could have been really fucking cool, and this is what you do? So, Aimless Maniacs, this is your boy Hoov, talking to you live and in living color, baby. And I'm telling you, don't waste your life. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time, even with Netflix. Do not watch this movie.
Wow.
This movie sucks that bad.
Damn. Not even worth a
Really
dollar
sucks
rental.
because I think the previous biggest disappointment I ever had in a movie was the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. And that was a remake. I wasn't expecting much. I knew I wasn't going to like it as much as I liked the first one. This movie, the idea seemed fresh, fun, video games, let's go, how cool, Peter Dinklage, let's rock. Skip this movie completely. Fucking skip. If you get this movie for Christmas, donate the motherfucker.
Goodwill.
Donate it back to Redbox.
But you have watched something recently that you have enjoyed.
American Horror Story Hotel.
Tell us about it.
Lady Gaga. No.
Lady in quotations. I mean, no.
Lady
No,
Gaga.
all lady. And if something comes out about her later on. So, American Horror. Dude, I mean, really, man, there's a lot of. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't know if you guys are even watching it.
Nope.
Our viewers
Not
out
yet.
there, if you're watching, if you're behind, I think I'm an episode behind right now. But I'm going to be quick about this because, I yapped about Pixels, which I wasted my fucking life again. I don't know. Because I want to save you guys. I went through the horror to save you from the horror. Not horror of Pixels, not the horror Lady Gaga in the show, okay?
She's still a horror, but whatever.
Doo-doop, doo-doop, doo-doop. or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot going on in this show. All the characters, what I really like about it is you have all these unique characters that are in this hotel, based around this hotel, and each one of them is getting their chance to shine. Like, oh, why is so-and-so there? You're going to find out. You know, some of the stuff is pretty heartbreaking, some of it's kind of funny, but it's like a very multi-layered show, and I stopped watching American Horror Story after the second season. I haven't watched any of them after that. But right now, Hotel is good, Hotel is great. Cool. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Download the fx.com so you guys catch up if you care to check it out. And I'm just really, really... When I first heard, because Jessica Lange left the series last year, and she had done like 6 or 7 of them, and they were kind of bringing in Lady Gaga to be, you know, the role filler for her. It's like, man, those are big shoes for a musician, especially Lady Gaga, you know. Someone that, you know, kind of polarizes the audience, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, man, she's enigmatic. She's got like some quiet charisma. She is worth the show. And I'm telling you, you can watch it just for her, but there are so many other...
I will not watch it just for her. I'll watch it because it's a good show, but I will not.
Kathy Bates is kicking ass on that show.
I like
Oh,
She's awesome.
Now you sold me.
Lady
Kathy
Gaga
fucking
fan, Josh?
Bates.
Angela Bassett is kicking ass on that fucking show.
All right. I
They've
can get
got
behind
some
that.
people, man. Even Wes Bentley. Last time I saw him in anything, I think was in the first Hunger Games. And he played that suck-ass villain in another suck-ass movie called Ghost Rider. How the fuck do you fuck Ghost Rider up? Oh, let's make Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. You just fucked it up.
Thank you.
Okay?
Who's Wes
Thank
Bentley?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
No. He's somewhat of a character actor. He played the main villain in the first Ghost Rider. He played like the producer in the first Hunger Games. He's been in a couple things. He was in P2, which was kind of like a semi-horror movie.
I remember.
He's got a paid
traps
boy
the girl in the
haircut.
parking structure and kind of tormented. He's an
I'll have to look
antagonist
him up.
in that.
Okay.
But the supporting cast is excellent. I mean, you don't like Lady Gaga? There's going to be something else in that show that you are going to like.
I've gotten a lot of recommendations to watch that show. I feel like we should.
I really would like to do like a viewing thing, like all of us sitting here, so where you guys can watch that part I was talking about in the first episode. You won't be lost. Just have a reaction video,
Yeah.
so you guys can see it. And
I'm
I can
down.
sit here and watch, and like that's fun to see you guys see that part.
I'd watch
Yeah.
it.
So before we get to
You
the
saw it?
No, I will.
before we get to the big thing, we'll go over to Helen, who has been playing a mobile game and watching some TV.
Right, I have. Okay, so, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I'm playing Candy Crush Saga.
Okay.
I've been playing it for a while. I just haven't made a mention of it.
Soda Saga.
Soda Saga. Candy Crush Soda Saga? Oh my gosh, there's so many sagas.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm addicted. Addicted to this game. Like, I will use... You get 5 lives, and this is an app game on your phone. You get 5 lives, and then your friends can send you more lives, and I'll go through, like, all the lives, 25 lives that somebody will send me trying to beat one fucking level. And half the time, I'll be on the level for like 2 weeks, and I'll be like, beat it for me. I can't do it. And then, like, he'll play one, and he'll be like, oh, done. I'm like, you bastard.
Yeah.
I have
He's
never
a
played a
bastard.
single level of Candy Crush,
Oh,
and I feel
my
pretty
gosh.
good about it.
I have before, like when John has walked away from it for a second, and it's still going, and I'll get on there and kind of screw it up, but that's about that's the extent.
It was pretty fun.
As long as it's not Castle Quest, I'm cool with it.
Well, you play mobile games. Have you played Candy Crush?
Yeah, I have. I got into it for a while.
Yeah?
I mean, it was because Cassandra was playing it, and I was like, well, okay, what are you playing? Let me check it out too, you know. And, she kind of helped me out with the levels I got stuck on and stuff. But the one that I enjoyed, it's similar to it, but it's different themes and all that. Was like I want to say it was called Puzzle Quest or something like that. Or where,
Oh, Puzzle Quest is totally different, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's kind of somewhat similar.
It's similar.
Story, but, I mean, you're still moving things.
Yeah, I kind of want to play Puzzle Quest. That's one that I'm actually
I
interested
downloaded
in.
Marvel Puzzle Quest a while back. And, oh, cool, Marvel, because I remember playing Puzzle Quest on my old flip phone or whatever, and I really enjoyed it. But now it's all about pay this. You have 5 turns. Share this, like this. I'll just wait.
Yeah, the only Bejeweled type game with the RPG battling aspect or whatever that I got into at all was Monster Match. It was pretty good.
I played that
I'll
for a
check
while,
that out.
too.
And then you're watching some shows?
I am Drunk History.
What is drunk
I've
history?
seen that.
Oh, it's so good.
You're living it.
Oh yeah,
Drunk
so this
history
is
right now.
basically drunk history. They have a person that comes on and they talk about a certain event that happened in the past, but before they do that, they're drinking. So kind of like how my PT gaming was, is how drunk history is.
Nice.
And let me preface this. Darkness Rising. You watched at least most of that, right? You know how it goes back and forth from real life to the acting of what they're talking about? Drunk History does the same thing. And the voice acting is the drunk person dubbing over the actor playing the recreation.
So you see like these A-list celebrities that are on, doing the reenactments,
Who's
and
drunk
they're
as
like
fuck.
saying the
drunk.
cuss words and everything that the drunk person is saying.
Right.
Oh, it's
They'd be like,
hilarious.
and then Benjamin Franklin, wait, fuck, is that my cat?
Yeah.
And the actor will say it
Or a
as
dog
their-
will bark in the background, and they'll be like, "Go lay down, Sally."
That's funny.
And
It's
the
hilarious.
actor would be
Sounds
like,
good.
And they've had Ben Stiller on that.
Yeah.
I know they've had Johnny Knoxville,
I like
Jason
Johnny
Jack
Knoxville.
Black.
I love
They've
Jack
had
Black.
some pretty cool comedians on there.
That's awesome.
But let me tell you, I have it on my phone. My favorite sentence thus far was an episode about Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
So I can't remember who was giving the narration, but she said,
That's Underground Railroad, right? Okay. Just
"Yeah, Harriet Tubman leads an army of bad bitches."
Nice.
Solid.
That is awesome.
That's so funny. But then when I exercise, everybody knows I always watch the Tudors. I'm on season 3. So much has happened this season to the point where I'm done exercising. I have to think about the episodes. Like, what the heck? Okay, so Catherine, King Henry's the first wife, dies.
I haven't seen it yet.
The second wife,
Now you
Anne
know.
Boleyn, gets decapitated. He killed her off. The third wife,
She probably deserved it.
no, she was actually pretty innocent from
Really?
how it plays in the show. But the third wife, Jane Seymour, dies in childbirth. So now he's going on to his fourth wife.
Fourth time's the charm.
Yeah, that's what they say. No. But yeah, so it's getting really interesting.
Jane Seymour's got to be in her 60s now, right?
It's a different Jane Seymour.
And then
Oh.
I'll
I'm
talk
thinking
about
of the
I
actress.
was like Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, that's
Call
what I'm
me
thinking.
Kitty Cats.
Or Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
No,
Remember
no,
that?
no. This was in the 1500s.
Okay, I thought you meant the actress.
So I'll talk about what I'm playing and watching that is not the big game we're going to talk about. But first, Murph mentioned that he had collected some new toys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been doing the big thing that we'll talk about later, but besides that,
No.
can you guys see the video of me?
Vaguely.
Video? What video?
Well,
Yeah, right
can
now.
you see sitting here?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
we see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So one item I got this week, I don't know if you guys recognize this.
G.I.
It's
Joe.
the G.I. Joe APC
Oh, dope.
vehicle. I picked this up off of eBay. This was the last vehicle I needed from the collection from 1983. So I was glad to pick that up. It's totally complete. It had the blueprints. It's unbroken. All the stickers are on in great shape. Just
Nice.
needs a little cleaning of dust. But
Is
yeah,
it Lucy,
I
or did
picked up
you
that
get the
this
box
week.
too?
I picked up one of my last remaining figures I need from the LJN Dungeons and Dragons line. LJN did a action figure line to Dungeons and Dragons back in the day.
Is it something that's going to kick our ass later tonight?
No,
Oh, okay. I had to ask.
Little
I don't
premonition.
know, but this is the character. Its name is Deeth. He actually came from the second series. They only had 2 series of figures of that line before it was canceled. And he came with a little shield to hold. He
Rapes
came
a Robin.
with, of course, a sword. Oops.
Is it a
And he
great
came
sword,
with
or is it just a
little
sword?
flail.
Nice.
Nice.
So I got it loose, but it's mint complete with the cape, which a lot of times on these figures, the cape missing because it's just a thin little string that holds them on.
Uh-huh.
So, and then it was the second series, so it has like the Battlematic action with the arm as a little lever. You push down and the arm moves. Yeah, big deal.
You push my lever and my
So-
arm will move too.
So I just need a few more figures and I'm done with that line. And then for newer toys this week, I picked up the BB-8 Uncursed Thug and Brute D Uncar. I have no idea who they are, but This is a 2-pack that's in the stores right now.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
These are just being released. There's also a 2-pack of R2-D2 and C-3PO. It's C-3PO with the red arm from The Force
I wonder how
Awakens.
the fuck that plays in the store.
Yeah,
Shit,
really.
man.
But this one I really wanted to get because this is the only way you can get the BB-8 action figure.
I'm gonna have to go find that one. 'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it yet, and I love BB-8 already.
So they're not.
Oh
releasing
yeah,
BB-8 by himself?
it's cool. So I actually picked this up at a grocery store today called ShopRite.
I
And they
I
have
love
small-
ShopRite.
Yeah, they had a small little toy section, and I looked, and they had this right in front. So,
Let me tell you about what I love about ShopRite, just real quick. This is the only thing I loved about Philadelphia. I can get on my
Really?
fucking smartphone, pull up the ShopRite app, look for all of the groceries that I needed, go boop, 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 buy, pick up today at 5 p.m. Drive to the store, go to the back door. They had a fucking cooler back there. They'd be like, "What was your order number?" Tell them my order number. They'd have me sign the receipt. Put that shit in my car, and I'm on my fucking way. It was
Nice.
the greatest
Man,
thing
I used to have a
ever.
guy that sold me weed that was like that.
Oh, I love
I'd
ShopRite.
age him.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
ShopRite.
That comes
ShopRite's
groceries.
cool.
Yeah,
ShopRite's
that-
really cool. And they have a good seafood section if you like clams or crab or any of that stuff, which I really love.
Just
So,
don't
but yeah.
expect to find alcohol anywhere in there because Philadelphia is fucked.
You know what? That's changing actually
they
now.
try?
I actually have a glimmer of hope because here in Philly you got to go to the beer store or the wine store,
Yep.
and you have to buy beer by the case.
Yep.
Well, there's a chain called Weiss, and then there's another chain. I forget what the name of it is, but you can actually build your own 6-packs or buy 6-packs now, or buy bombers. So that's starting to come in here. It's just the unions are fighting it, so it's only a few stores that are doing it.
Oh,
So,
you didn't bring this one?
but it's starting to change.
Cool. That's awesome.
Nice.
So, did you get any other cool shit?
No, those are just the toys that I picked up this week. I was really glad to get the APC because G.I. Joe is one of the toy lines I like to collect, and the vehicles had a lot of gaps. I collect from the years 1982 to 1986, so I'm trying to concentrate on finishing up all the vehicles from every year, and so I finished up 1982. And this was the last one I needed from the 1983 series, so now I can work on 1984.
Awesome.
Nice.
So at what point do you claim a whole floor in your house or have to get an apartment to set up as your toy room?
You know what? If I had an extra room, I could probably have another room like this just for my Star Wars toys, which I think
Wow.
would be awesome. But no, I just got one room. That's all I'm allowed. So,
Yeah. That's truth.
So,
have-
other than the big game that we're going to talk about, I finished Tales from the Borderlands, which is an adventure game by Telltale Games based in the Borderlands universe. I will say that it was excellent. And one of the main characters, her name is Gortys. She's a robot. She's voiced by Ashley Johnson. And as we all know, I love Ashley Johnson because she was the voice of Ellie. But it's excellent. I don't want to spoil anything about the story, but it has some pretty emotional parts. It's got some solid story beats, ups and downs, and climaxes and anti-climaxes and villains and all that other stuff. So it's a solid game. It's one of the most solid Telltale adventure games I think that is out right now. You're probably going to find it cheap right now, so if you feel like playing something story heavy, check out Tales from the Borderlands because the actors are awesome. It's got Troy Baker in it; he's one of the main characters. Like I said, Ashley Johnson. What's his name? Kronk.
Rob Gronkowski?
No.
Lil Jon?
No, he was in. Wasn't he in How I Met Your Mother? The really deep voice guy. No, he had his own show.
Patrick Warburton?
Patrick Warburton. He plays
All you
one
had
of
to
the.
say was Joe from Family Guy.
Oh, Joe from Family Guy. Yeah, he plays one of the bad guys.
Or the Tick.
But it's got some good voice acting. Don't expect a lot of gameplay because you're just going to kind of walk through the story of this thing. But it's a solid title. Also,
Speaking of Telltale, Jordan discovered that Minecraft has a Telltale game.
they do.
Story
Yeah,
mode.
it's getting really good. It's getting good reviews
Yeah,
too.
he's already watched the whole thing on YouTube. I'm like, why do you want the game now?
Yeah, it's getting good reviews.
Everything I've heard about Telltale is good.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything bad about them at all.
Well, it depends on what platforms you play it on and stuff like that. It plays fine on my NVIDIA Shield. I've heard that it does not play very well on Vita. I've heard that it doesn't play very well on most smartphones because it's on everything. It's just the engine that they use to drive the game doesn't scale well. But also, Terry he finally convinced me to download the Topps trading card Star Wars.
I've been on this fucking thing for months. You already got like fucking 3 gold cards. I don't have any.
Ain't nobody got Heroes Charge. How many times have I talked about that game?
I'll tell you right now, that game is the most annoying thing on my phone. that goddamn R2-D2, I'll get a and I'll be like, okay, that's not telling me anything. Fucking clear. I got one now. I'll fucking clear it. 2 minutes later, I'll get a fucking another one. And I'm like, all right, leave me the fuck alone. I will check in daily, get my creds. All right? I'll buy my cards. Leave me the hell alone. Like, ugh.
See, I like what you were showing me earlier. Like, I'm buying these watercolor packs. I'm not getting any of these.
Oh, that
cards.
pisses me off, too.
They're inserts, man.
No. Let me tell you something. If you went to the grocery store and you picked up a pack that said they were Topps watercolor Star Wars scenes, if you open that pack and just got fucking Emperor Palpatine and fucking all these characters that you didn't even know, not painted in fucking watercolor, just pictures of the character from the movie, but you paid $5 for that pack, you'd be fucking pissed.
Well, John, you collected cards, as I've collected cards.
I got a card collection up there too.
Right, and it says, as far as I remember, that's the reason, that's how they kept you coming back. Hey, I have WWE, I've been collecting WWE cards for a long time. And they say, okay, last year with Sting coming to WWE, randomly inserted Sting autographed cards. Mm-hmm. So I'm chasing it. This is my chase card.
That's not what the description for the watercolor pack says. It doesn't say randomly inserted watercolor. It says this is the Star Wars watercolor pack.
Well, they say, for the Stormtrooper pack they released, the first one's just a basic Stormtrooper, okay, when you purchase this, you have a 1 in 10 chance. Then it went to Flame Trooper. Okay, now you have a 1 in 20 chance to get the Flame Trooper. Then, as it went on, it was okay. It's further you want to try to get the different stormtroopers, the more you're going to have to buy to chase them.
I totally get it, but if I'm buying the watercolor pack, I want fucking watercolors. I don't give a shit if they're rare. I don't. But, I'm like, hey, look, that card pack, that thumbnail looks awesome. I'm going to get that because I want to see what kind of watercolors they have. And, I've literally bought 10 packs of those fucking watercolors, and when we were sitting outside, that was the first time I got one watercolor card.
I never get these fucking cards. Oh, you just got one. Well, it's the first fucking time I got one.
It was the first time. So, that game sort of annoys me a little bit.
It's not really a game, though. It's just...
Well, yeah, I mean...
Look around at me. It's not like there's The only purpose I've seen is, store up a bunch of credits, take your chance, get some packs, hopefully get some cool cards.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's not bad. I'll keep it on my phone because.
Well, you're like my only other friend on there.
I like. Guilt trip.
Don't leave me alone.
Come on.
I'll keep it on my phone because I do like looking at the cards. I feel like it's a little disingenuous sometimes. And stop sending me 30,000 notifications a day. That's all I want. Seriously, just don't do it.
The reason why they do that, though, is because a lot of believe it or not, man, I was telling Brian about this when I was actually here with him in person.
That one time?
Right. Brian, hi, buddy. Love your car this week, by the way. That was a badass car. I guess we can say that later, though. It was a cool car. But Brian and I were talking about it, and I was telling him, I was showing it to him. I was like, yeah, there are people that will buy certain cards off of eBay for real fucking money from another user. And don't even get started on the NFL version of this that Topps does. People are paying...
I've heard, and the wrestling one.
$200 fucking for a digital card.
Yeah, I've heard.
Transfer to their phone. Real fucking money on eBay.
I get it. It's just not my thing. Also, this week I played some Star Wars Battlefront because I signed up for EA Access.
Something else I don't get to play.
EA Access is $5 a month on Xbox One only. They give you access to the games they've got coming out. They give you 10 hours of game time for your $5 a month. Plus, they give you a bunch of free games. I think Dragon Age Inquisition's a free game. Peggle, the old Madden, and the new one's going to be free here soon. Okay. FIFA Soccer's free. There's all these free games you can get for $5 a month.
Do you have to download them, or do you just stream them?
No, they're download, so you don't have to worry about the glitches and shit that come with streaming. So I played some Battlefront. I played a couple of the dogfighting maps. which was cool. For me, it took some tweaking to the controls to get the dogfighting to work right.
Yeah, I remember somebody crashing an X-wing just immediately into the ground.
Oh yeah, I did that so many times because I forgot what the settings were, so I was tweaking the settings and basically like the right stick was like look up and around and all that stuff, and the left stick was accelerate and stuff, and like I needed to flip those because that was not right to me at all. So I flipped those and I played through a couple of rounds of it before my court case the other day, which we won't talk about. But it's good. I like Star Wars Battlefront. I think it plays better on PS4, but it's not bad on Xbox One.
So, we could play that now?
Yeah, we can go in there after the podcast. Start it up. Yeah, it's there.
Who just got happy?
The definition of a shit-eating grin.
If we manage to get out of here early, maybe we can fire it up.
Okay, wrap it up. Let's go. People, let's go. We got shit to do.
All right, the big game.
But because we still got a D&D game to play, so.
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
Time is money.
God, it's been ages since we've campaigned.
Other than that, we finished Narcos, which is a Netflix series that is it follows Pablo Escobar.
Is it worth it?
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
It is amazing. I won't give too much away, but it is awesome. It keeps you gripped all the way until the end, and
Our boss was hooked on it too.
Oh, it's good. Amanda and I started watching the Great American Food Truck Race on Netflix.
Yeah, Charity's watching that too.
Super, super cool. The first...
Yeah,
Is that like a delicious cannonball run?
Yeah, pretty much. The first part of the season, so it's like 20-some episodes, but the first 8 episodes are these 8 trucks. Well, and then they eliminate.
Right.
The second one starts with these 8 trucks. The third one starts with these 8 trucks.
And each one of the trucks has their own little
Yeah, I will tell you.
niche they do.
Right, I will tell you that the first 8 trucks, they should have put that in the middle or toward the end, because the first 8 trucks, by the time you get to the second 8 trucks and the third 8 trucks, the first one just totally blows it out of the water. They're so good. The truck that ends up winning, like, their guys are just charismatic. They're interesting. It's fun to watch. It's still good. It's still entertaining to watch. But none of the teams that were in the second or the third one could have stood up to the guys who won the first one at all.
Interesting question then. Well, I was thinking this while you were saying that. When we watch, I'm a Food Network junkie.
Oh yeah.
Who's
not?
I'm a big fan of Guy Fieri. I love Guy Fieri. I love his
Guy Fieri.
Fieri. Violent J without the face paint on.
Yeah, Guy Fieri.
Blonde Smash Mouth.
I love his charisma. I love his enthusiasm.
Yeah, no, I like him. I do.
I like his style.
Because of him, we tried a burger joint in California that was amazing.
Oh, it's
I like
so
his
good.
Camaro.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, do we watch these? And I love watching the food, and I love seeing different chefs or just people like you and I. They're different takes on regular things. It's called the Food Network, but how much of it is actually the food compared to the personalities that
Right.
bring it to you? Like what's her name? Giada.
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 Yeah.
She's cool to watch. I like Bobby Flay.
Chefy McTits.
I like Rachel Ray.
Yeah,
But,
Giada has and
their,
the teeth, the smile.
I think Bobby Flay's
she
kind
likes
of
to
a...
get,
Bobby Flay may be an Arizona guy, but he's kind of a prick.
He is kind of a prick.
Tyler Florence, who does the Great American Food Truck Race, seems like a really charismatic dude. But anyway, yeah, the show's good.
It's all about Alton
Ronnie
Brown.
Garvin, I think is his name.
The Midnight Rocker?
No, not Ron Garvin. His last name's Terrence Garvin, something like that. I like him.
But other than that, I've stayed up to date on The Flash, Arrow, iZombie, Blindspot, The Muppets. All still solid shows. Blindspot, it's in the rotation. I'm hoping it'll get better because Ashley Johnson's in it, so I want it to be better.
You know what's funky? About 2 years ago, you'd ask me, what are you watching? Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I'm watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too, yeah.
But right now, I'm like...
I like it. I'm sorry,
how
I dig
far
it.
along are you?
I'm caught up.
4 episodes in.
Is it getting any better? Dude, it lost me in the second season.
I thought the second season was better than the first,
Dude,
personally.
the promise of the show was, from the studios that brought you... I know it's Marvel, but it's supposed to take place in the same canon as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Right? And, I've seen Sam Jackson on there, and, they make...
He was in the first season.
They make mentions of what's going on, but I think what fucked him up was Captain America Winter Soldier fucked the TV show up because they pretty much disintegrated S.H.I.E.L.D. It was no longer the S.H.I.E.L.D. that you knew. Everything was Hydra all of a sudden. And then I just kind of got like, okay, they brought Deathlock, which was cool, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I think it's good. I enjoy it. I think maybe you should continue watching it and see what goes on. But I think it's a good show.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a second chance.
Again, I want to stress how good the iZombie is. I think that it's just charming. But it is a DC comic universe show on the CW about a girl who she was a med student who accidentally becomes a zombie, and then she starts helping to solve crimes because
She's a functional zombie.
Yeah, she's a functional zombie. As long as she eats brains on occasion, she remains functional. Yeah. So, but eating brains gives her like flashbacks, but she pretends that she's a psychic for this cop so that they can help solve crimes.
I'm not going to ask where she gets the brains because obviously
she works in the medical examiner's office.
So, as a zombie, is her body decomposing? Does she have like a smell, and how does she hide that?
No, she's hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's just pale.
As long as you can see her through the television screen, not have to smell her body, I guess.
No.
She's like body parts falling out with maggots and everything.
No, she's not decomposing.
They're saving that for the 7th season.
Zombie.
No, she's a zombie. You gotta watch the show.
It's like a vampire.
Yeah, there you go.
She's the zombie version of a vampire, but she's dope.
It is the CW.
Awesome. Yeah, it is the CW. And then I want to watch Supergirl so bad.
I never liked Supergirl.
All I can say is from the previews, it looks like they did a really, really good job of making her look different enough in her normal view and Supergirl view.
So here's the deal.
It's not just glasses. Oh.
Supergirl is in the same TV universe that the Arrow and the Flash are in.
Which is cool.
It is produced by the same production company, and they use some of the same directors.
What network? CBS? That's Supergirl?
But Supergirl is on CBS. Okay. It is not on the CW. The same thing goes for Gotham.
Fox.
Gotham is on Fox. It is produced by the same production company.
Gotham will never cross over with Flash.
Gotham's good too. I've been watching Gotham. I think it's fallen off a little bit this season.
I'm saving it.
It's all right. But I want to watch Supergirl. But instead of putting their show up on Hulu like every other motherfucker on Earth, they want me to pay for another streaming service that's like $10 a month, and I'm just not going to do it. And I'll tell you something right now, CBS, if you're listening.
They are.
Why wouldn't they be?
If you don't put it on Hulu, people will find another way to get it. I'm not paying for your I already pay for Hulu. I pay for Netflix. I pay for Amazon. I'm not paying for your specific CBS shit.
No.
I don't care if you've got The Big Bang Theory. I don't care if you've got Supergirl.
I want to watch Big Bang Theory, TBS.
I will find other ways to watch a show.
Channel 45, you can antenna.
And I guarantee you those ways will not produce you any revenue at all. So I'm just saying, don't
take the small chunk of pie from Hulu or Amazon.
Exactly.
Or whatever the case may be.
Don't.
Well, is it gangbusters like that? I mean, is it driving in the ratings where they say, "Oh, you know what? Supergirl's such a fucking hit. You got to pay to watch it."
They own the rights, and we'll talk about another show that they're coming up with, where they are locking it to the service that they offer to, and we'll talk about that later. But okay, so that's the end of what I'm playing and watching. So let's get to what everybody is playing,
except for me,
except for Hoov.
Except for Hoov. But you've
Helen.
seen it.
Yeah,
Helen's seen it.
I've seen it.
We're gonna make a character next week.
We're gonna talk about Fallout 4.
Oh, what's that?
It is a Bethesda Bethesda game, is what it fucking is.
That come out?
It's very Bethesda.
Huh?
Did
What,
that
Burp?
come out?
Yeah.
How many suits of power armor do you
Yeah,
have
Mr.
now?
4 sets of power armor.
4 sets of power. What level are you now? Like 30?
No, I'm like 18 or 19.
God
Okay,
damn.
I'm 15. I'm not too far behind.
Shit, I'm still like 13.
No, I actually started wandering around aimlessly. Aimless
Ah.
Adventure.
See what you
I
did
actually
there.
stopped doing the missions, and I've just been wandering around.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay. Anyway, go on. I don't want to get too into it yet.
No, we'll talk about it, but I picked it up. I picked it up on PS4. Like I said at the beginning, it's a Bethesda game, which means everything that it should mean. It is janky as fuck. It has got its quirks. It's got its problems. But it manages to...
Make
Still
you
be
not give a
awesome.
shit.
It manages to make you still love it for some reason. Because I'll tell you what, the first 4 hours I played with the game, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to keep playing this.
You know,
Really? I thought you were.
I had very high expectations for this game, and trust me, I love it. But yeah, there was things on it that really irritated me too. But once again, it was Bethesda, it was Fallout. I tried to work through it. But maybe I was a little too critical because I had such high expectations. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, let's face it. It is Fallout 3.5. It is not Fallout 4. It is the same goddamn engine. It is the same gameplay mechanics.
Well, actually, this engine's from Skyrim. They used a slightly different engine for Oblivion.
It's an upgraded version of the same engine.
It's not exactly the same.
It is pretty much the same engine. Here's my problem. It took them. I don't get me wrong. I love the game, and we're gonna talk. Yeah. We're gonna sing its praises here in a second. It took them like 7 years to make this game, and it doesn't show.
I don't know about 7 years. I mean, Fallout 3 came out in 2008.
Good criticism for a game that I love it, but
it's 2015.
Okay, yeah, I guess they did start development immediately after.
You know,
I wish the tutorials would have been a lot better. It took me
I had to figure out a couple things just by trial and error.
To learn how to build my compounds. I still don't know how to run a wire from the generator to my
I do.
power.
You go into build mode, you press the space bar.
You're in the back.
But yeah, the tutorials are shit on that game, so you really have to, learn how to, it's a little harder to learn how to interact with some things.
I have no idea how to craft. I haven't even bothered trying to tackle it.
Okay, so what our alien maniacs are wondering, just like I am, what's it about?
It's fucked up, is what it is.
Go buy that shit now.
This is Fallout,
right? So spoilers. So spoilers up front. So go ahead.
Fallout
3 minutes.
is a series of games that's an alternate history of Earth after World War II. Up until World War II, history on the planet is the same as it is in our world. And in this world, though, history took a change. The microchip was never developed. Instead, vacuum tube technology and atomic energy was developed, along with Tesla's version of energy distribution. So anyway, resources on this planet also were consumed at a faster rate. This resulted in the middle half of the 2000s, I don't know, 2050s or 2060s, eventually China and the U.S. went to war. Oh, and also a lot of the cultural influences of the 40s and 50s continued on. The big band music, a lot of the fashions, the cars, styles, and all that.
Also, nuclear power was a power source, not a war source. They decided we're not going to make weapons out of...
Everything's powered by nuclear, even the cars.
Everything, so then so it got serious. China invaded Alaska. The U.S. annexed Canada. Europe was just a broken mess. And then in 2077, a nuclear war happened between China and the United States. At the time when the nuclear war happened, there was a company called Vault-Tec, and they could sell you spots in their vaults that they had built underground across America, which were giant underground community complexes where you and your family can live underground in the event of a nuclear war. The vaults all had numbers. So each game typically, not always like New Vegas didn't, but each game typically begins with you being a vault dweller, typically a descendant of one of the original people that went down there, and it's a couple hundred years later after the war, and you emerge from the vault into this brave new world.
I saw
and
this
that's
movie.
kind of what Fallout 4 is.
Blast from the past.
Yeah, Blast from the past.
Yeah.
Lucy Silverstone when she wasn't not hot.
Was that a triple negative?
That was weird. Okay.
Not hot.
I come up with new shit all the time, folks.
So I'm gonna advance the story a little bit. The way that this one begins is you're a family that has sold space in a vault, Vault 111, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you're sold space in a vault. The way that Vault-Tec works is like they have different vaults for like different experiments.
Yeah, you don't know anything about that.
So you don't just go and live in this vault. There are vaults where people just go and live, but they also have these like specialty vaults where scientists are conducting experiments because they get to be totally isolated and conduct these fucking experiments without anybody overseeing what they do. Now, the vault that you're sold space in this game, you are being sold into basically testing for cryostasis. So they tell you in the beginning of the game that you're getting in this pod to get decontaminated, to move into the actual vault. When you get into the pod, they close it, they freeze your ass.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches. I hate it when they do that.
all
those motherfuckers.
All
it was good, though.
So you're in this vault, right? And then somebody comes into your area, and they bring you out of cryostasis. The vault, the cryo chamber is still locked, and right across from you is your wife with your infant son,
Or husband.
Luke Skywalker and Bosch.
or the other way around, your husband with your infant son. They come and they take your infant son and they murder your wife right in front of you when you can't do shit about it.
That was
And then
a
you
fucked
get
up
frozen
beginning.
again.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Hold on. You guys tell me about video games where you can tell your horse to poop to blow up Jeeps.
No, just make them spin out of control. It's not that
You
crazy.
guys tell me about video games where you can like send like what fucking hot air balloons of piss on people or something like that. I
Something.
can't
Yeah,
remember.
okay.
Now
Yeah,
you're telling me about a video game where you're gonna watch your fucking kid get killed. You can't.
Not your kid. No, they
Your
steal.
kid, your
They
wife.
steal your kid.
Your
Oh, they
kid.
steal your
They
kid
kidnap your kid.
and kill your wife.
This is what he was talking about when he said it's fucked up.
It's
he wasn't
fucked
talking
up.
about the game. He was
Yeah.
talking about the story.
I was talking about the story. That's how the story begins. Is they kill your wife. Then they put you back
Or
into
husband.
cryostasis.
All of a sudden, Pixels doesn't sound so bad.
They put you back into cryostasis, and then you wake up, and for some reason you're a fucking moron and think your kid is still an infant,
Yeah.
not knowing how long you've been in cryostasis again. But then you get awakened. I don't know if the system malfunctions. I have a feeling it had something to do with the Institute, but
Yeah,
that's
everyone there is dead.
that's something else. Everybody else in the cryostasis thing is dead. You
All the
leave, and your
scientists,
first,
everybody's dead.
yeah, of course.
So they stole the idea for Old Boy.
I don't know what you're
Your
talking
wife
about.
is dead. Your kid's growing up without you, and you're locked up in fucking stasis, basically.
Yeah, and you're trying to find you. So you get out of the vault. Everything's destroyed because there was a nuclear holocaust, and you're trying to find your kid. That's how the game begins.
And as a housewife or husband, you're all of a sudden this awesome post-apocalyptic warrior.
Well, see, I'm wondering
Yeah.
about playing
Everyone
as
is. Come on.
You guys
Yeah,
want
everyone
to
is.
wife. Well, I mean, when you play the male character, he had army experience.
Yes, he
Okay.
did. Yeah.
I don't know.
Did the female character, was she in the army?
She
Didn't
had
say
a
anything
law
about it.
degree. I mean,
No?
when she was talking about working again, she was talking about starting up practicing law. So I know she was a lawyer, but I don't know why she would come out of the vault and be familiar with weaponry like the guy is.
Gotcha.
You know, so I don't.
Right.
Are there any different like skills attributed to
Oh,
choose
Oh,
male
yeah,
or
there's a ton.
female?
Oh,
No,
Dude.
no, that's the same. Gender doesn't.
Oh, yeah, gender doesn't matter.
Yeah, gender
but
doesn't
the skill
matter, yeah.
tree is fucking massive.
Yeah.
And I like it.
It is massive to a point where it's intimidating because
Yeah.
it's like you're going through these hundreds of skills and you're like, every time you level up, you're like, shit.
Not hundreds.
Just finish
When you multiply it by how many times you can rank each one up.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
not individual.
But I mean, it's what, 6 across,
There's 70.
7 across, and how deep is it? Murph, do you know how deep it is?
10.
I think
70.
yeah.
Is
10, and then if you count the ones that have 3 different levels, 4 different levels,
Yeah.
you can get up to 100. There's probably 100 different ones there, yeah.
So
Different.
I wish there were an automatic level up thing because like you have to read the description of each one and then it just takes too long. I want to play the fucking
And I
game.
hate sitting on a skill point for a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It-
What was that poster thing, huh?
That's
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
the skill
Yep.
tree.
So could I try to generalize this to an experience I had in the game? Is the skill tree thing like when I had UFC that had Brock Lesnar on the cover for Xbox 360, and then like you get your guy up to the pay-per-views and you'd have to wait like 4 months to fight, but you'd have to train him, but you couldn't see him through the training. You had to go through each fucking
No.
thing and wait.
No,
Does
you
it take that long?
No, you level up and like you have your 7 basic skills. Okay? You have
strength, intelligence,
strength, intelligence, stamina, charisma,
Endurance.
Agility.
agility.
Luck.
luck.
What's M?
There's
Manliness?
No, there's no
M.
M.
Is there no
special.
M?
It's
No,
special.
the word special.
Special.
Special, yeah.
Right. So anyway,
Perception, endurance.
perception, that's the one I was looking for.
Oh, you know what? Real quick, when you guys play D&D, I've always seen this fucking attribute on there. Now you mentioned on Fallout 4, more things change, more they stay the same, I guess. What the fuck does luck help you out with? Why do you want to fucking have luck?
Luck?
Why would you want that to be like a main attribute that your character works on or builds up? What does
Fortunate
luck do?
things will happen to you more
Yeah,
often.
say you open some random like loot chest or whatever. Like if you have high luck, you might get more bottle caps or more ammo or something out of it.
Yeah, you will have a higher
Bottle cap
chance.
is currency?
Bottle caps are the currency.
Yeah. Trying to cripple an enemy's limb or something, you got better critical chance and stuff like that. Just small things all over the place.
It doesn't do anything specific, but it influences all the other stats.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that true for Fallout 4 and D&D?
No, there isn't a luck stat in D&D. In D&D, you have what's called saving throws, which is a roll where you might get lucky to avoid like instant death or something.
Luck in D&D is your dice.
Yes.
So it's actual true luck.
Yeah, it's true luck. But a lot of RPGs on computer and on consoles try to incorporate luck in some way. So, but yeah, the skill tree is really deep. I wish there were not a level up feature.
So how do
I
you
love the
earn
skill tree.
the points to build up your skill tree?
You level up.
Killing stuff, finding things,
Just
completing
kinda roll
quests.
quests.
Completing missions.
Discovery.
A lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
completing missions. You get a shit ton of experience
Yeah.
I
for
remember
missions.
Fallout 3. I have it.
Same way.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I just roam around, just...
It's the same game.
I'd come up on fucking fortresses where motherfuckers just kill him. Wow,
Yeah.
motherfucker, I'm just looking
I'm just
around.
walking
There
by.
are some minor differences. Like there's more crafting in Fallout 4. You can build like a fucking village. But
Minecraft!
it is targeted at the
modify your powered armor.
Yeah, that part is targeted at the Minecraft generation for sure.
I don't think so.
Well,
The collecting materials to go and then build.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
no bullshit. You know what? I'm glad
Yeah.
you said that because on the Minecraft game I bought, Jordan, one levels he can pick is Skyrim level. It's already built. Everything's there for him.
Nice.
All Minecraft. He can fuck around with it any way he wants.
Wow.
So that part is targeted, but the core game, the core mechanics, they are identical to Fallout 3. You're not going to find any differences.
It's just a way prettier
Except
experience.
A few differences.
Except
but-
when you run, your AP drains, which is fucking bullshit. But
Oh.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, the
Yeah.
running speed in Fallout 3 in New Vegas was like this.
and let me tell you,
There was no
super
sprint
mutants,
function.
super mutants can run for fucking ever.
Yeah, they're
Has
super
anybody come
mutants.
across the super mutant suicider?
Yes.
Oh my god!
They're carrying
I
a mini
actually
nuke
ran
that's
across my
beeping.
first super mutant behemoth today.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
And they were a lot easier to kill in Fallout 4 than they were in Fallout 3.
Yeah, in Fallout 3, they
So
can take a couple mini
I
nukes
actually
to
took
the
it out
face.
with the laser rifle. Actually, the modified one I got from the Brotherhood of Steel.
The Paladin,
Righteous
yeah, I'm using that
Fury.
too.
I've been using that lately.
That's a good rifle.
Yeah, that
man.
one's a great gun.
But the suicider super mutant. Fuck
But
those
running,
guys.
though, there was no sprint in Fallout 3. There's a sprint now, and it uses AP. But in Fallout 3 in New Vegas, there was no sprint.
Was
and
there no sprint?
None.
You got to remember, it's been a long time since I played
And the
Fallout
default
3.
run speed was a snail's pace. I mean, walking was even worse. And weapons don't degrade anymore. I really like that.
That was
That's
New
awesome.
Vegas thing, though.
That
wasn't it?
is good because that always used to piss me off in Fallout.
I got tired of trying to repair and maintain weapons in New Vegas in Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I always just replaced them.
VATS doesn't freeze time anymore. Criticals are different.
Dude, the ghouls or whatever.
Yeah,
the
feral
crazy
ghouls.
undead things.
Yeah. Well, they're not
Even-
undead. They're just
even-
mutated
Okay.
humans.
Even in VATS, those things are moving
Are
at
still
least as fast
hauling
as a
ass.
normal human.
yeah,
I'm like,
those
oh my
things
god,
are
what do I do?
Scary now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually, like you said, they actually are scary now.
Yeah.
Their appearance is more ghastly and creepy. Their eyes glow. And when they run at you at full fucking speed, faster than you can move,
Yeah.
and just throw themselves at you and just do this body tackle. And I'll usually wait for them to do that and then put a shotgun shell in their head while they're getting up off the ground. But
How annoying is the
Hey.
double barrel shotgun when you have to reload while you're in VATS?
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I
It takes like 3 minutes.
I
What
got
was
a
that- what
combat
was that, Murph?
shotgun.
Oh, have you guys gone far in the Brotherhood of Steel storyline?
I've only done the
Not
first
at
one.
all.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking for all these beacons and stuff.
I'm like,
Okay,
level
no,
4.
I thought it was really cool because I like the stories in these games,
Uh-huh.
and that does have some minor connections to Fallout 3.
Oh, I can't wait to get further into
I
it.
know the Brotherhood
Yeah.
of Steel. I have it on Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brotherhood of Steel
Are a lot
they
better than the
seem
Enclave.
they seem like the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout 3 with a little bit of Enclave influence.
Yeah.
The Enclave had an effect on them, like they're into pure humans and stuff, but yeah, it's interesting. I like the references. They reference the Citadel. And their new leader is a minor character from Fallout 3. You may remember.
You're not talking. Oh, you're probably. I haven't met him yet. I've only met Paladin so far.
Oh,
What's
okay.
his face?
Maxim. Remember the kid in the Citadel who was the son of, who was a direct descendant of the founder of the Brotherhood of Steel?
Yeah, I do.
He's now grown up and he's leading them.
Oh yeah, I remember now when I was looking for lions.
Yeah, he was that
for the head.
Yeah, he was that little kid, and he had a whole bunch of weight on his shoulders. How he was going to be this great leader he had to prepare for.
Yeah, wasn't the leader in Fallout 3 Lions? Wasn't that his name?
Yes, and he doesn't have a good memory. People don't look back on him fondly anymore.
Okay, that's.
Murph, have you done the memory thing?
No, that's my next mission to do, and I held off on that to go exploring.
I don't know what that is.
Based on the memory thing, I think that the next Fallout or the next expansion will be in San Francisco.
Cool.
Yay!
Oh yeah, I bought the season pass too.
Did you?
Yeah, at Green Man Gaming the other day, they're having 20% off for November, so I got
Nice.
it for $24 instead of $30.
So I have this sneaking suspicion.
And you know the vertibirds, how we talked about?
Uh-huh.
That looks like to be technology that they took from the Enclave in Fallout 3.
Right on.
They
Nice.
just took the Enclave shit and absorbed it into their own, so now the Brotherhood's flying around in vertibirds. So
I want to add something about Fallout 4 really quick, if it's cool. I really want to play it. So all of our Animaniacs out there, if you'd like to donate to my Kickstarter fund, get me the PlayStation 4. I'm just kidding, folks.
Kidding, not kidding.
Kidding? If you want to do it, I'll take it.
Kidding, but hey, yeah.
Hashtag kidding, not kidding.
One of my complaints about the game is getting power armor less than an hour into the game. And I don't care if it's broken, rusted, and not as good as it could be. It's still power armor. That'd be like playing Dragon Warrior and getting the dragon armor. But it's just a junked down version.
I mean, it gives you a taste.
Yeah, give me a taste. Take it away after the mission that you needed it to defeat.
You still have to have fusion cores for it.
Give me fusion cores, but not the armor. Make me earn the fucking armor.
But what I'm saying is, by the time that thing was done, I had like 20% fusion core left for that armor. So like, I couldn't do anything with it other than fucking park it and walk away from it.
Yeah, but you still have that parked thinking, oh man, I have that if I can just repair it and get some more power cells.
Yeah, if I could figure out
I
where
don't
the fuck
fucking
it's
want it
at.
until I fucking earn it.
I'd have to figure out where it's at.
It shows up on the map. Has
Does
a little a helmet icon.
Oh, does
Yeah.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
basically,
don't
you
want
like
it until I
one of
earn
the
it.
more powerful weapons of the game early in the game.
It's not.
It's not a weapon, it's a defensive thing.
And it's
Yeah.
and it's
it's
not
a
even like
really
it's OP or anything. It's
take
not
down-
I've
overpowered.
taken out opponents like Raiders and Raider powered
I don't know,
ammo
it is
with
kind of
just a
overpowered.
laser
I mean,
rifle.
like two raiders, you can just send there and they're dead and you can move on.
That
I
was
mean, it wasn't
mostly
an
the
issue.
minigun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
still, that was
I-
part of it.
Jesse Ventura Predator minigun?
Pretty
Oh
much.
yeah,
You
you'd carry a
tore it
fucking
off of
minigun.
helicopter.
Well, and see, I thought that you could only carry the minigun if you were in the power armor.
Nope.
And then I noticed like 2 hours later it was still in my inventory, and I'm like, well, I have like 800 rounds for this thing. Let's see what happens. Oh, I can still carry it.
Yeah. Any heavy
I ran
weapons.
Well,
across
because
I ran
the
across a Raider that had one, so now I got two of them.
Yeah.
He was just
Nice.
blasting the shit out of me.
nice. So well, yeah, I had 2 of them, but I ended up putting one of them on dog
They're
meat.
heavy as shit.
Oh, yeah, because they're super heavy. So, what was I going to say? Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
Well, with the power armor thing, I felt the same way John did. When like the first mission that you're doing and you're going, you find the one Minuteman there. He's protecting some civilians and they're like, there's some power armor up on the roof. You should go get it and get that minigun off the vertibird. And I was like,
What?
really
I
already?
remember what I was going to say. The reason I thought the minigun could only be used in the power armor was because of the way that the NPCs talked about needing the power armor to use the minigun.
Yeah.
But I think it was yanking it off the helicopter that might have been the issue.
Maybe that's what it
That's
was, but that's
probably
what that was my thought process. So,
Well, and then I'm using it and everything, and it's all in disrepair. There's not a lot of good armor plates on it and everything. And it took me a while to figure out how to even repair pieces to it. It's pretty easy now that I know how. But I was running around with it. I was relieved to find out that if you fast travel in it, it doesn't use your fuel, your power cores.
yeah.
Nice.
That's kind of a relief. But I've got plenty of power cores now. I've got like 12 in reserve.
Damn.
And I
think
can
I've
run
got, like,
around with it
4.
all the time, but I don't because you're a little bit slower, and it offers a good deal of damage mitigation, but not as much as you would think a walking tank would have.
Yeah, I don't find it as fun to play with the power armor. To be
I
honest
like
with you.
playing with it because it's all heavy and janky and mech-like,
I know how you
but
feel.
but I don't use it all the time.
Yeah.
It's not. I thought, like John said, it was going to be like extremely overpowered, and it's not.
Do we have any closing thoughts on Fallout 4?
It's awesome, and I want to go home and play it right now.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I wish I was playing it right now.
I got my life for the next year. I know that already.
Yeah, you goddamn
I'm
right.
surprised Murph made it.
You're still playing Fallout 3, so you're going to be playing it for the
Yeah, I
next
was
7
playing-
years.
I was playing New Vegas 3 days before this came out.
Yeah.
So
I would just
Yep.
like to play it on PlayStation 4. Kickstarter, folks. Hashtag Hoov makes PS4.
Any final words on Fallout 4?
No, it's definitely. I mean, if you've ever liked any of the Fallouts, it's definitely a must get. It's a Fallout game.
It's a Bethesda game.
You cannot go wrong with. If you've ever liked Fallout, you'll like Fallout
Has
4.
Bethesda. I said it right.
Nice.
all right.
Fucking for reals though. Have they ever put out shit?
Very nice.
Yeah, their games are not... Okay.
He's
Shittest
talking
game they ever
about
put out.
poorly received and shitty.
Oh,
and-
Battlespire.
Yeah, it was a Elder Scrolls.
It was an Elder Scrolls game. It was bad.
Redguard didn't do too well either.
Redguard was a good game though. It was janky, but it was still a good game. So here's my final thoughts on Fallout 4. If Bethesda doesn't step up their game a little bit, they're not going to do as well in the future.
If this wasn't a Fallout game, would we like it as much?
No,
I would.
No, it's janky as fuck. It's got too many problems.
Is it what you wanted and expected on a next gen console?
No,
Really?
nope, it's not.
It's
It
prettier,
took 7
but-
years to make this game, and it is on an engine that they're already familiar with. I can't figure out why there are game-breaking bugs that prevent me from completing quests.
I've only had 2 bugs the whole time.
I've had a shit ton of bugs.
Mark, what do you think? Is it what you wanted it to be?
Yes, but I'm a big fanboy of Bethesda, especially
Yeah.
Fallout and Elder Scrolls. It does have bugs. The Fallout and Elder Scrolls games are kind of like the standard of what I look at for sandbox game.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the beginning, it has a lot of bugs. And their games always do have a lot of bugs, but they always patch it as it goes. It's just part of the development of these games.
Part of the Bethesda thing.
It is, yeah. It's
All the
just
way back
something
to
I come
Daggerfall.
to accept, so
7
it doesn't really
years.
bother me now.
Yeah.
Optimization
could.
It goes even further than that because it is this, like you said, it's the same engine as Skyrim. It goes all the way back. Like, this game needed to be polished as fuck, and it's not.
Like, they should know that engine in and out by now.
Right, yeah. It needed to be polished, and it's not. And I will tell you what, straight up, in terms of an open-world game, The Witcher 3 is leagues ahead of Fallout 4. I'm sorry. It's way, way, way ahead.
I apologize.
It's prettier, the storytelling is better, and it's not as janky. It is a better game all around. That said, I'm loving Fallout 4, but Bethesda, if anybody ever listens to this, you need to step up your game. You need to get better at storytelling. You need to get better at getting those bugs out before you release a game, because...
So is this Bethesda's
Nice.
first release for next-gen console? Is this
Yes.
the introduction to the next-gen console?
Yes, but it's, like I said, it is still built on the same engine as their last
So
game.
what's the news on the next Oblivion series?
There's no news yet.
Nothing yet.
You can guarantee they're working on it.
Yeah.
Let's hope they built a new engine. Let's hope that they get the bugs out.
So the
Let's hope I have a
Oblivion
machine that can
MMO
run it.
is still just limited to the PS3?
The what?
Oblivion MMO?
No, that's on computer, PS3, PS4, Xbox One.
So
Xbox.
I can still play that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not made by Bethesda.
But is it fun?
Murph thinks it's fun.
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
It's an
What do you
MMO,
play
so
it on? Or
no.
If you play it on PS3,
But
what
the
do you
thing
play it
is,
on?
I'm not an MMO fan. That game gave me everything I wanted, a giant sandbox to go out and explore. That's what I like to do. So I don't like playing with other people. So as an MMO, I don't really play it as such.
Yeah.
That's why I like MMOs. Is I just like going out and grinding. I don't care about quests as much. I just
Yeah.
The
You can
best-
play. It's on PS3. You can get it.
The best thing I ever saw was one of the best YouTube videos I ever saw. I'm sure you guys will know it as soon as I say it. Was these guys getting all serious about World of Warcraft?
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
great.
I had no idea, but I just remembered watching the video.
Leroy
Yeah.
All the
We can't go in
preparation.
there like this. Just don't run in. He's gonna kill us.
and he comes back from a
The fool
smoke
just
break or
runs out,
something.
Leroy
Just-
Jenkins! I thought that was the most hilarious thing I ever saw.
It was funny.
There was so
They
much
were all
prep
pissed off at him.
done.
It was great.
They
They're
had,
like, God damn it, Leroy!
yeah,
they made a
had all
Jeopardy
these
question
plans.
involving him.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
He's got his own special card in Hearthstone.
Yep.
nice.
Anybody seen Warcraft trailer for the movie yet?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a Warcraft
Meh.
movie. I don't know.
It's something I'll rent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to the theater.
I'll watch it in the theater.
Look pretty cool in
I
3D.
think I'll probably watch it on video. I'm not.
But then again, video games being translated into movies have disappointed me in the past.
How many times?
99%.
It's like fucking last week, Adam Sandler.
I'm not super hype about it, but so those are our thoughts on Fallout 4. I think it's a great game. I think if you love Bethesda games, play it because it's what you expect. I just feel like Bethesda needs to step up their game a little bit on their next one.
Kind of riding on the coattails.
They are, yeah. Well, they have been for years, but
Their own laurels.
yeah. But yeah, play it. I mean, it's a great game. I have my complaints about it, but that hasn't stopped me from putting like 20 hours into it. So
Are you gonna stop and play?
Oh, God.
Are you gonna stop and play anything else?
yeah, I'm gonna stop and play Battlefront.
No, I can't.
I won't be.
John.
Of course, I'm gonna go back and forth to Madden at least.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to play Battlefront. I love the beta, so I'm going to continue playing it.
I can't. It's so in my head. I can't stop playing it.
Yeah, I can. 'Cause the story, like I've said before, story is what hooks me, and the story hasn't hooked me. So I will stop and start playing Battlefront next week, and it'll be fine. So next is our aimless discussion topic. You want to take a break?
I need to take a break.
Okay, we will take a break for let's
10 minutes.
yeah, let's keep it at 10 minutes, and we will be back.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Go.
And welcome back.
Holy
back.
crap.
We're back from our break, and it was like the shortest break we've ever taken.
Yeah.
We have about 21 minutes left. I hope we can cut this down to like 10 or 15. But
We will. Battlefront awaits the Hoov.
yeah, so we've got our aimless discussion. We have 3 possible topics this week. We have cosplay restrictions at the Star Wars premiere.
Ooh.
We have close releases of games.
Oh.
And we've got Black Friday, which I think we can discuss Black Friday like really fast. But
I say close releases of games.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going Star Wars. I think that's kind of really topical thing to discuss about the costume restrictions.
okay, let's talk about close releases of games first, and then we'll get into. Did you have a preference?
No.
Okay.
John is looking at me. I'm like,
Thanks a lot, Helen.
Well, you always vote against John on these things, so.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed that.
That's how I keep it interesting.
I like it. She's usually on my side.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the close releases of games. I think it's a problem that is only reserved for the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously. But my complaint is, Fallout 4, of course, a bunch of people are going to want to get it. Battlefront, of course, a bunch of people are going to want to get it.
Next week, Tuesday.
Yeah. You release those 2 high-profile games weeks apart. You're stealing sales from each other. Yeah, you're stealing some of Fallout's sales, but you're not increasing your sales. That's not bottom dollar money. You're just making the other guy lose some sales.
I'll tell you what, the people who do it right is fucking Ubisoft. They fucking do it right. They release their big games March, September, like those areas. So like Fallout or Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 both
out in March, didn't they?
Yeah, they both came out like in the springtime when there was kind of a drought of games.
Yeah, and that's kind of nice that they do that because there's nothing else.
And they
out.
became huge. Like nobody gave a shit about Far Cry 2, but Far Cry 3 comes out in March, and like now everybody's fucking playing it. So
I mean, it can cross over into TV and stuff like Sweeps Week and stuff, and yeah, you beat the other guys, but if you would have brought out that quality programming 2 months ago when there was nothing on, you'd have had a 98% share of the market rather than 42.
I agree, but we're in the holiday season, and that's when games sell. Because people are buying games for other people, especially kids, right?
Yeah.
Kids who earn $3 a week and don't know how to save for 20 weeks to get their $60 to get their $60 game. They have to release those games as close to Black Friday as they can and before Christmas.
I understand John's argument, and I remember watching.
I get it.
Last week's guild meeting when I tried to analogize Hulk Hogan going to the WWE compared to the Star Wars universe, and I saw the video, and you're like, where's it going? You lost me on that one. It reminds me of when WWE Raw was on Monday night's fixture, and then WCW Monday Nitro went on Monday nights. And you sit there and think to yourself, why split the audience?
Yeah.
Why split the audience? But
I have an argument for that.
Instead of them splitting the audience to where Raw at the time was maybe drawing like a 2.5, Raw was still draws 2.5, and Nitro started off like a 1.8 with Nielsen ratings is what I'm talking about. And then it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew. Both shows were getting their respective amount of love. Preferences were being shown by the consumer. And I think that's what will happen with Battlefront and Fallout 4. You can have fans of both. You can have gamers that want both of them. But
to a certain extent, yes. But
I don't think them opening, for lack of a better term, close to each other is going to hurt. I don't think anything's going to hurt Battlefront because it's
I
Star
disagree.
Wars.
I would have bought Battlefront if Fallout came out 7 months ago, and Fallout came out this month.
I'm still going to buy Battlefront.
I can't afford both.
Yeah, no, I understand.
That's what I was just about to
But
so if you have
WCW versus WWE competition fueled both companies, and when WWE bought WCW, I kind of lost interest in wrestling because there was no need to keep fire up.
For you made your choice. Okay, like every year, Cassandra tells me, okay, you're getting 1 or 2 games for Christmas. Do you want the Madden this year or do you want the WWE? And usually I buy one and she gets me the other. But like if it was me, to where if I didn't have that luxury to where it's like I have to buy one and forget the other, which one am I going to pick?
Right.
And I understand where I'm just saying that I understand where you're coming from.
I think we should have a conversation at some point about annualized franchises.
There might more. I think we might be looking more, thinking this is bigger than it is. I mean, I don't know when New Vegas came out, but I do know that Skyrim came out on November 11th. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if Bethesda chooses to release theirs around this time of year, constantly with all their games. And Star Wars Battlefront, I'm sure there's a rush to release it before December 18th. And they probably wanted it before Black Friday coming up.
But
yeah, exactly.
Even waiting until December 15th or something would have allowed for another payday to hit or something that might have allowed a person to buy.
And I doubt those two companies are talking about that, though.
I totally agree with your point. But the fact is, 70 or 80% of gamers are gamers who buy 2 games a year. They buy Madden and they buy Call of Duty. Those are the only 2 games they buy every year. And there are a lot of gamers, they may switch up, like you buy WWE or whatever every year. But, like, they buy 2 games a year. So those are the only 2 games they fucking care about. The only reason that this is a point of consternation for us is because, obviously, incomes are limited. But we're also very passionate about games.
Yes.
Yeah. And passionate about Star Wars and passionate about
as
a Star Wars fan and as someone, and I have Fallout 3, and I played it, I enjoyed it, and I have the Oblivion games, I play them, I enjoy them. But for my question to you, John, is you had the choice between Fallout 4 and Star Wars Battlefront. What made you decide to choose Fallout 4?
Because I am an RPG fan at heart.
Yep.
And I love the VAT system. It turns it into a little bit more of an old school turn-based combat feel to me, even though it's still live action, but it still allows me to strategize a little bit more than just hack and slashing.
Yeah.
Whereas Battlefront is a first-person shooter, which I still like, and it's really, really good. I played the beta just like most of us did, and it's really, really good, but an RPG, in my mind, is going to beat a first-person shooter every time if it's at least in the same ballpark.
Yeah, I agree with you. If I had to choose between the 2, I would have chosen Fallout 4.
And Brian, would you go along with the same? Like, if you had the choice, it's only going to be Fallout 4 or Battlefront, which you would take obviously.
Oh God, Fallout.
4,
yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And for me, I mean, I'm wired a little different. I like the running around. Like Jordan and I, we really enjoy playing Call of Duty and stuff, even though he sucks at it and doesn't listen to
But
me.
you have to understand, before you go on with your point, you have to understand Battlefront is a multiplayer only game. There is
just online.
There is no campaign in Battlefront.
I do have Wi-Fi. Oh. Don't have a PS4, but I do have Wi-Fi. I'm ready.
Nice. So that's the one thing you have to remember is that Battlefront is a multiplayer only game. Now, it would have been different. Like, the decision we were talking about would have been different. If Battlefront came with a campaign that was compelling,
right?
I would have chosen Battlefront over Fallout 4.
For me,
so
too.
If it was like Knights of the Old,
Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and the Millennium Falcon figuring in all this shit.
They are special characters that are special pop-ups on the map where you can go and collect the power up.
Like a weapon on Call of Duty.
Right.
Yeah.
But a special weapon.
Do it for a little while.
Yeah.
So they come out and help your shit.
Yep.
If you're on
control.
Empire, you get Empire. Sorry, Peter Dinklage, not Empire. If you're on the Empire, you can call up Darth Vader. He comes out and fucks shit up.
It's more you turn into.
Yeah, you turn into him.
Yeah, and we've got to see. We got to see Vader versus Luke lightsaber battles in the middle of
That's
the
good
Hoth
shit.
battle. It's
Did
awesome.
you get the video I showed you about Luke Skywalker coming to the rescue, and the fucking AT-AT just steps up?
I love that.
Yeah, that
I
was
saw that video before
Crunch.
that. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny, dude.
Murph didn't like getting stepped on.
Oh, and speaking of, we never say what are you listening to. I don't use my debit card or credit card on my iPod. I buy the gift cards. Just I don't want to be identity attacked.
What are you, 60?
I'm telling you, man. John Williams is a fucking genius. I downloaded a bunch of the orchestra tracks from all Star Wars episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever.
Very, very good music.
Wow, dude! Like people that don't listen to
Yeah.
orchestra music are missing out on so much.
I love orchestra.
Yeah, do
but
it.
I was a band geek, so I love that kind of stuff.
Alcohol.
Duel of the
John
Fates
Williams
from,
is a true artist. That
the
guy.
Phantom Menace, dude. Yeah, I love
mean,
that.
if you're making a movie, you get John Williams to do the music, or you get the other guy.
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.
that's what
Well,
it
the
is.
other guy's Danny
you know,
Elfman.
Well, Hans
Yeah.
Zimmer is
Danny
really
Elfman
good.
and Hans Zimmer.
So
Yeah.
he's the other guy compared to John Williams.
I at the beginning of the week, I said that close releases of games would be better for the podcast. But now that we're running short on time, I'm like, damn, I wish I'd done it on the guild meeting. So
Yeah.
I say we'd sort of table this topic for now and maybe
Yeah.
reapproach it on the guild meeting.
For reals, I got more to say.
Yeah, I think there's more to say there. I think I want to go next to cosplay restrictions at Star Wars premiere.
Yeah, dude, that's
Okay.
Well, just a sec. I want to go to Murph first.
Yeah.
okay.
After-
As
This
a
was his
cosplayer.
suggested topic, and Murph is huge into cosplay. Not to mention the cosplay he does has masks.
Well, a lot of the theaters have, AMC and all the rest have gotten, they're posting that they're not going to allow masks or any type of prop weapon or, quote, anything that can make other patrons feel uncomfortable
Even face paint.
during the showing of Star Wars Episode 7. They're claiming this is due to safety reasons, what happened, I guess, at the Batman movie and all that other stuff. But on the other hand, it's become tradition, that costume players, they did it through the prequels. They even did it during the original movies back in the day. Opening night, you show up in costume. It's kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
People show up in costumes to go to that, because it's part of the experience.
I mean, that would be like going
And-
to an Insane Clown Posse concert
and not
without
seeing
painting your
Juggalo
face.
paint
Yeah.
everywhere.
Exactly. And,
or even a Kiss concert.
Yeah.
On a bigger spectrum.
yeah, and I'm not worried about somebody in Stormtrooper armor or dressed as Darth Vader with a gun because they can't move. You can't
Yeah.
see in those things. Okay?
Yeah,
It's-
we've been in that. Yeah,
And if he's in
visibility
Stormtrooper
and
armor, he
mobility
can't hit shit
sucks.
anyway.
Yeah, and if you're a stormtrooper, it's not like you can hit anything. Well, I mean, like
they're not even allowing
Air
lightsabers.
five.
I mean, what the, I don't know. It
No,
just
I-
seems like we're going overboard in the protection of
Yeah.
people, claiming the protection of people.
For sure.
I think you're right.
Things to do.
I think that in a way, maybe they should even go the opposite direction. Like, the more restrictive the costume, the more likely you are to get in. Because, like, for instance, like the Dark Knight premiere, that kid that shot up that Colorado movie theater was dressed as the Joker, but he wasn't in like full masks and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't even sit down when I wear my Star Wars costumes. They're that restrictive, I can't see in them. It's
I had
just
blood
but
blisters
it's
for
part
a
of the
week.
experience.
So I guess my thing is that like maybe these movie theaters should take a lesson from like Comic-Cons and stuff like that,
Be proactive.
where they have a barrier in front of the theater where you have to get past their security. So they zip tie your fucking weapons, they search your bags, they give you a little thing that says you're clear to go. And so if you're somebody that is bent on destruction, you are never going to get past that line.
And
No,
I hate
same
to-
thing.
I
Same
hate-
thing with
I
gun
hate-
shows.
I hate to
Yeah.
say this, but you know what? It's part of my daily life. When I walk into my work, shoes off, jacket off, everything into a bucket, clears a scanner, clears an X-ray machine. I have to be cleared before I walk into my place of work every
Right.
morning.
They check where you keep the pocket watch.
Janitors are crazy. I mean, do they
But you know what? I
check
mean,
your mop?
I don't think that Star Wars fans, American public, would be that discouraged by, I'll go through this. Just like if I get
Yeah,
on
just
the
so I
plane,
can dress up.
Just to guarantee a safe, fun, movie-going experience.
Sure.
Yep.
So I'm with everybody dressing up, but you know what? Hey, you know what?
Put in some safety
AMC,
measures.
Yeah.
Beef up the security. Do perimeter checks.
Let
make
your
sure
customers
you don't
have
the
fun.
dogs.
You're gonna make a shit ton of money off the Star Wars movies. Set up that perimeter. Do what Comic-Con does. Fucking zip tie the weapons. Search bags. Clear fucking people. Give them a badge and say move along.
Because
I've never had a problem at Comic-Con with them inspecting any of my prop weapons or prop items. I think it's part of it is to be expected. I've always cooperated, and they've always been cool. And I think it's a great thing to do, and they should do that for this, too.
I
agree with you. I think
I
that's
carried
the way
my
to go.
real-life Glock into a gun show, and same thing. They just check it, make sure it's not chambered. You can't carry it magazined or anything. It's
And
just,
then they zip tie it.
Yeah, they zip tie it, and if there's a gun walking around with a zip tie, they're gonna tackle your ass and arrest you.
You're gonna be stopped.
But
Yeah.
check this out. This is my message as the Hoov to all you assholes who fuck it up for the rest of us.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we can't go and enjoy Star Wars: The Force Awakens as cosplayers and as fans and paint our faces and get loud and get rowdy
And
hold
enjoy
up our little
the
$12 lightsabers in the fucking glow in the dark lightsabers in the fucking theater because you motherfuckers don't let us.
Does anybody know how ISIS feels about Star Wars?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just curious.
And
You know what?
Because they
No.
apparently don't like concerts, so
That scares the shit out of me. Though.
let's not go off on
I don't
that.
want to do.
I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is Harkins, AMC, any other movie theater out there, let us have our fun. But you know what needs to be done. And for you fuck faces that ruined it for us, you deserve a special place in hell for that.
And semi-related real quick, I want to say, anybody that, I doubt any of our listeners do it, but look down on people that stand in line for stuff. If you've never stood in line for more than 12 hours for something, I feel sorry for you.
You're missing out.
Because you're in line with up to 100 people
Who are
that are passionate about the same thing you are. Great
a party.
conversation. It's just such a great
Everybody's
experience.
part of
excited
what's-
for the same reason.
Yeah, it's part of what's amazing about this podcast, right? Is we're all passionate,
And hopefully our community, as Star Wars fans, as geeks, as nerds, you know, when we go and see this movie on December 18th, excuse me.
I'm going to see it on the 19th. but-
17th.
Well, I'd like to say the 18th. But at the same time, you know, it's like, you know, hey, let's watch each other's back. Because there's something funky going on. You see
Yeah.
something weird.
Yeah.
You're not sure about something. Fucking snitch. Snitch.
Military trained, man. I am looking at everybody all the fucking time,
Yeah,
and it has never changed.
Custodian right here.
Trained.
Yeah, I'm,
Always looking at everything.
so, but anyway, I say we table that discussion for now. I think that we've talked about it.
Let's just close it with be safe.
Yeah, be safe. Movie theaters, if anybody listens to this, just set up a safe perimeter. Fucking look at what Comic-Cons do. Zip tie the weapons, search their shit, figure it out, but let people be.
You're going to make the money.
You're going to make, yeah, the money's coming.
And the people won't care.
Spend the money to make sure everybody has a safe experience.
And it's,
And
you're
the
talking
people in
one
costume
night.
are gonna-
Right.
You're
the
talking
people in
one
costume
night.
are going to make it fun for your other guests.
Right.
Exactly.
And if there was no
Interact with them
violence
and
at the
entertain
premiere
them.
of
Yeah, it's free
Drunken
fucking
was-
entertainment.
Yeah.
These people show up, they're paying for their movie pass. They're not asking you to pay them to show up as fucking Darth Vader.
Right.
Right? So fucking support it.
I just
you
don't-
have 20
I don't-
people in
I
front of
don't
your
wanna miss
theater.
out on the experience that they had when I was a baby in 1977.
Right.
Yeah.
And when the Empire Strikes Back came out, I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
I want pictures with me and Benjamin with this fucking Darth Maul, Sith Lord, fucking Lord.
Yeah, I was part of
would
that
say,
shit
"Son,
all
look
over
what-
the.
Look what we did. You didn't even know what was going on, but look what we did. You're part of
Yep.
this.
Yeah, I was part of that shit all over this country. So
Definitely.
our other aimless discussion topic, and I think we'll talk about it Wednesday, Black Friday. We'll
Yeah.
talk about releases of games, annualized franchises, and Black Friday. So now we got our subjects for Wednesday.
Cool.
Let's fly through our news real quick. First and foremost, Arkham Knight on PC through
It's still
Steam.
broken.
Warner Brothers has said that they will honor any refund requests through 12/31. They have no restrictions on it. You can play that through that whole game, never have a problem. Email
And
Activision
still
or
get
Steam,
your
and
money
you're still
back.
going to get your refund.
It's the least they can do.
The thing I was talking about earlier, there's a new Star Trek series coming. It is going to be exclusive to CBS's paid streaming service.
Oh, God.
Why?
It's
Because
not
they
even going to
can.
be on TV.
Because they can.
Who the fuck's gonna watch it?
They would make more money on that shit if they sold the rights to Netflix to air it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix would pay them millions of dollars
How
for
many
that.
people-
And I would check it out on Netflix.
How many people pay for CBS?
Yeah, you know, they're going to get the hardcore Star Trek fans, and I am a hardcore Star Trek fan. They will get the hardcore Star Trek fans only to pay for CBS.
Are you gonna pay for it?
Nope.
No.
All right.
Nope. I'm
Animaniacs follow his lead, so we all watch.
He may
these.
be a hardcore Star Trek
I'm
fan.
too smart. I know where to get it, and I'm
but
just not.
Josh
I'm not
does
gonna.
not like fucking
Any
bad
news on what's gonna
marketing
be
and
about?
No, not yet. But I pay for
Probably
Hulu.
gonna
I
be in
pay.
space.
I pay for Amazon. I pay.
yeah.
What in space?
I
That's my
pay.
guess.
Yeah, I pay for all these services. Put it on fucking one of those and call it a day. Otherwise,
Already getting paid. What the fuck?
yeah.
This
Otherwise,
is just trying to milk his.
otherwise,
Stone.
yeah. Otherwise, get lost. Blizzard is coming out with a new game. It's Overwatch. It's like a first-person pseudo
shooter MOBA.
shooter MOBA sort of Team Fortress.
That sounds like a weird disease.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody sort of
I got
expected
that in
it.
Tijuana once.
So the news is twofold here. Everybody sort of expected it to be free to play. It is not free to play. It is going to be a $40 game on PC and a $60 game on consoles. However, the consoles come with like all of the fucking downloadable content and all that stuff. You can pay $60 on the PC to get all the downloadable content as well. It is a good-looking game. I think it plays a little slow. I've watched some videos of it, but it's kind of like that new 2K games. What is that one?
WWE
Battleborn?
2K16?
Battleborn?
Yeah, that's Gearbox.
Gearbox.
was working on
Well,
that.
the 2K games, Gearbox.
Yeah.
So it looks cool. I might check it out if there's a free trial, but I'm not paying $60.
Yeah, I
for
was
it.
going to get into it because number one, it's Blizzard, and number two, I thought it was going to be free to play.
Yep.
Now, not so much.
The Japanese Star Wars trailer has additional footage that the
And I
American
have
one
not
didn't.
seen it because I don't want to ruin
It's
any
good.
more of the
It's
fucking
awesome.
movie.
Nothing's ruined.
Yeah.
I know,
They've
but
been
I still
very,
want
very-
everything
they
to be a
haven't ruined shit in the
surprise.
movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch. I mean, I've seen the trailer. It was awesome. I don't want to go to the movie theater and I've never seen that in the trailer. I'm done. I'm ready to
What
see
I like
the whole
about
thing.
usually when they put trailers out, there's always a narrative to the trailer. There's been no narrative to the Star Wars trailers at all.
No, it's
There
been.
are glimpses.
Yeah.
That's a good
You know
point.
what they do is they raise questions.
I still think. I think our speculation on the last episode is probably.
I'm kind of with
pretty
Ryan.
spot on.
A trailer is a teaser to make you like, oh, I kind of want to check this movie out.
Yeah.
I want to check
Here's
that movie
some-
out.
Yeah. And
I don't need
need
the
to take
trailer
it any
to-
further than that. I don't want to see any more until the day, you know?
They also have to be mindful of the audience that has never seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
We'll
there
screw
are
those
people
guys.
out there that are not familiar with it at all.
I still have confidence that
Okay,
J.J.
like-
Abrams is going to fucking kill it.
Absolutely.
But
Hit it out of the park.
so yeah, we'll talk more about Star Wars, I'm sure, in the coming weeks. The next piece of news, we talked about it on our last podcast. That star that possibly had a Dyson sphere or Dyson swarm about it,
Yeah.
probably doesn't.
No.
unless
It was
it's
sensationalized.
unless it's a dead civilization. But from 1 megahertz to 1,000 gigahertz or whatever, we didn't detect any radio signals. So that probably is not an
well, it
alien
was really
civilization.
sensationalized, you know, when people are like,
That
look at this
video got a lot
superstar
of flipping
structure.
views.
Yeah, it did. Speaking of Star Wars, sort of, Battlefront has a really weird live-action trailer that features Anna Kendrick.
Haven't seen it.
I thought it was kind of like a Left Behind shit. You know
Sort of weird. Whatever. I mean, it's fine. It's a little weird.
The Anna Kendrick involvement. Hey, girls, you can play Battlefront too. Why
Yeah,
not,
let's-
ladies? Come on in.
Let's play Battlefront, then watch Pitch
yeah.
Perfect. But whatever.
That was a good movie.
She just played cups with stormtroopers.
I got my ticket for the long way round.
You know the fucking song.
2 bottle whiskey for the way. I like that song. I'm sorry. I love it.
I don't know what it is.
I like the movie. Don't like that song.
I have it all.
I own the soundtracks, so
I don't
I
know
just
what.
said I had a Britney Spears song. No, I do own the greatest hits. I'm not gonna lie. Cassandra's gonna verify that.
Steam sale for there's a unexpected, unannounced Steam sale surrounding the Steam Machine launch.
Yep. So all the compatible games are on sale right now. Well, a lot of compatible games are on sale.
It's not a great sale. They're like 20%
It's
off.
not,
There's
yeah.
a few 40% off games, but again, Grand Theft Auto 5 hasn't fallen below 30, so I'm not going to buy it on PC.
Yeah, God, and I want to play it on PC, but fuck, it needs to come down.
New Xbox
said
One.
butt fuck.
There's the Xbox One has released their new UI. It's okay. It's better than what was there. But I mean, you know, if you own an Xbox One, you know, you're gonna get it. You're gonna know what it's like. It's sort of almost the blade system again,
I like
without the visual
miss the
representation of the
blades,
blades. It's even got like the same sound. You like hold the right trigger, it goes whoosh whoosh whoosh.
Yeah, I like
So it's not bad. It's all right. It's better than the original UI. Nintendo released new footage of the new Zelda for the Wii U and or NX. It is about 3 seconds long, and it doesn't show you shit.
Yeah, in typical Nintendo fashion.
On the last Nintendo, what are they? Direct. They announced that Cloud is coming to Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's cool.
that'd be
I
cool.
don't like Smash Brothers in the least, but that's
I liked
cool.
it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I thought it was fun.
That's cool. Speaking of Candy Crush Saga,
Holy balls.
Activision bought Saga Entertainment, or whatever the hell their name is.
King.
King Saga, or whatever.
That's actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
They spent
Financial-wise.
Okay, to put this in perspective, Disney bought Star Wars
Yeah.
for $4.2 billion.
And Disney also owns Marvel.
Yeah.
But they bought Star Wars for $4.2
the whole
billion.
Name, Shaboodle.
Do you know what
everything.
Activision spent for King Saga?
Please don't tell me it's more than Star Wars.
$5.9 billion.
With a B.
You know what though? Think about that's. I want to almost say that. Oh,
That
shit.
said,
But guess what? The Candy Crush. Oh God, what's the word I'm thinking about?
Community.
Not the community, but it sit there and it geared
Here-
towards like Cassandra is not that big of a gamer. Although she defeated Mario Galaxy today on the Wii.
Nice.
Did it today.
That's a good game.
But no, it's like a cross branding, and it's an all-encompassing type deal. Where Star Wars might be secular to some people, Mom, Pop, Joe,
Right.
and Mary, whatever. But Candy Crush, everybody seems like fucking Candy
But-
Crush.
I've got over
What-
100 friends on Facebook that play Candy Crush.
what was that, Murph?
Don't play anything else, but they play that.
Murph, what was that?
Well, I'm also thinking too. Where's the return of investment?
I'll tell you
Over
where the return of
20
investment
years,
is.
20 years. I think Star
Advertising.
Wars is going to bring in a lot more money.
Nope.
When it comes to merchandise and sales and everything than Candy Crush would be 20 years from now.
I would love to
They're
agree
gonna
with you.
make their money back
Nope.
next year.
Yeah, they will make their money back next year. I would love to agree with you, Murph. However,
I don't
Just
know about
Candy
20 years
Crush
from now,
Saga.
Star Wars will still be going 20 years from now.
just
I don't disagree with that.
they did not buy the IP. They bought the revenue stream because just Candy Crush brings in millions of dollars a day.
A day.
Holy balls.
Just
Okay,
from
for
advertisers
how- for
and the
how
people
long,
spending
though,
a couple
you
bucks
know?
here and there.
Will it do it for 30 years? No.
But
They'll
millions of dollars a day.
It doesn't matter what Murph. I love you, but I agree
Yeah.
with Josh on this because if you're talking about making money, the goal
They're
about
looking
making money
short
is I wanna
term,
make
man.
the
They're
most
not. They're
money.
looking
There-
long term.
It's not. It's not about leaving. It's not about leaving a legacy. Star Wars has a legacy. There's no
Yeah.
question about that. But for them to jump on this, because there's two options to where a player can continue to play that game. You buy more turns, or you sit there and watch advertiser videos.
Yeah.
That's where the fucking
There are
money's
other
coming.
things to consider. First of all, Activision has no mobile presence currently at all,
True.
whereas EA and everybody else is kicking their
Because
ass.
they bought PopCap years.
So so Activision needs a mobile presence. So you've got that to consider. Number two to consider is that the money that they spent on this was from offshore accounts. So they got to use like $3 billion to buy this that they didn't have to pay taxes on in the U.S., where they would have lost $2 billion if they brought that money to their U.S. corporation office, right? So they saved $2 billion in taxes to buy this company.
And
And they borrowed the rest of it. So
It's already a profitable company.
And it's already a profitable company.
let me put it in perspective.
So their
a little bit.
cash out of pocket was $2 billion plus what they borrowed.
We live in a household of 6 people. The two of us represent 20%. Am I doing it right? I've had a couple beers. But anyway, 2 of the 6 people.
Warm beers.
If we see something pop up on the phone that says King, we're going to download it. We're going to check it out because they've made
It's a trusted brand.
insanely
They're
addictive
huge.
games.
They're huge.
And between the two of us, we click open on that game.
They-
Probably 10 to 20 times a day, rather.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
They killed-
many for myself, but yeah.
I mean, I just about every time I go out to smoke, I open up Heroes Charge or I open up Candy Crush Saga.
They killed.
And every time you open that app, they're making money.
They killed Bejeweled.
Sorry,
Yep.
guys. I mean, yeah, I know they're making money, but I haven't heard anything that's convinced me it's going to be profitable 30 years from now for
I
the
think it will
long
be.
term, like how Star Wars is.
They needed to get into the mobile space, so there's
I
that.
agree
It's
with
an
Mark.
asset.
As far
Yeah.
as profitable
But
30 years from
yeah,
now.
but they're going to make more in
It's a
those
different
30
story.
years then Star Wars will.
Star Wars makes money every few years.
Star Wars makes money every fucking year.
King makes money every day.
Because of the animated series, they always release
They're
something
looking
new
for the
the
quick
fans
profit,
every year.
and it'll be
Something.
gone.
There's
So-
always something.
So our next,
what other game has lasted that long? Nothing. So
Shit, 8-bit Nintendo still makes fucking money. I'm buying the game.
Star Wars does not make millions of dollars per day.
Yeah.
Not per day. No, you're absolutely right about that. No argument there.
Yep.
Finally, we've had some guests on that.
Yes.
Our last topic, just real fast, is BattleBots has been renewed.
Ray Billings,
Yeah.
Witch Doctor.
Team Witch
That's
Doctor.
right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on a second season. We hope that you guys. I don't know why you wouldn't be selected. I mean, two of the fan favorites from last
They
season
will
just
be.
destroyed shit.
Yeah.
And we cannot wait to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
We
Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, we hope. Maybe we'll go to see it. Ray offered us possibly tickets to the live show, so
that would be awesome.
that would be amazing. So we'll fucking carpool our asses up there.
Yeah.
Before we go, I want to share something with everybody out there and all my Aimlet maniacs. Josh Irwin was nice enough, because he knows my struggles finding anything Kylo Ren, was nice enough to pick up this placemat. And it features Kylo Ren. So,
the coolest lightsaber ever.
from Aimless Adventures and Josh Irwin, this will be my son Benjamin's very first placemat.
That is awesome.
Which is really fun.
Which
That's
is
cool.
awesome. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.
That's parenting
Josh.
win.
Thank you, Josh, for this.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. And
I saw it,
I know Benjamin, Kylo Ren will not be recognizable within 24 hours.
I saw it, thought of you, brother. But anyway, that's
Thank you.
That's the end of our podcast today. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry we had to rush through the last bit of it. We've got a D&D game to play, which we have not played in like almost 2 fucking months. So
And as always, for me and you guys, thank you. We love you. Like,
you so
share,
much.
repeat. We love you.
We love you.
you know where to find us. It's all on our Facebook page. I'm not going to bother to repeat it here. But thank you all so much, and we will chat at you later.
We love you guys.
thanks.
Quest accepted. Now let's take a little trip. Listen along as 5 nerds spit. E3 ComicCon, the forest of Endor. Talking about tech, sports, and so much more. We'll suplex your mind with our random topics. Pull up a chair and get your geek fix. No cheat code needed. Just stay unseated. Pretty soon this epic quest will be completed. Our casts are full of passion and emotion. Pop the top on our 12-ounce mana potion. If I know one thing, I know it for sure. We'd love to have you join on our aimless adventure. Press and play is like pushing the start button, saying what we feel, now there ain't no frontin'. If you've ever been embarrassed about what you like, rest assured we'll talk about it on the mic. Wax and Geek speak as we sip from our flagon, thinking about Daenerys, the queen of dragons. Before we open the chest to see the treasures within, call up the thieves to check traps for the win. Any negativity trying to increase aggro, I ain't worried about it, I'll make the saving throw. Anytime we gain a fan, it touches my heartbeat. It's like Coolidge Kid 1. Join the party. It's dope as shit seeing our plans unfurled. What are we doing tonight? Taking over the world. Started in a garage like Eddie Vedder. Yeah, I saw the movie, but the book was better. I know by now your interest is peaking. We got a +2, Micah speaking. Talking about the league's leading scorers. Also our deaths in the tomb of horrors. Tell a friend if you like our show, y'all. Poker listeners gotta catch 'em all. Geekzilla. Or a little nerdling. In our cast, everyone will find something that they can relate to or even laugh about. So hit us up on Facebook and give us a shout. I guess what I'm saying is you're not alone. So pull up a speaker and make yourself at home.